Sidelines, lying on repeat, little campfire fiction for the front row seat. Day after day, same story, same spin. You dress up the rumor like it's evidence, then grin. You point at a case, say look at that man, but you don't got a screenshot, don't got a plan. You talk about a white car like it's some smoking gun, but every single detail falls apart one by one. Stop pushing the lies, goofy gray, every word you throw, someone pays, we gotta get the truth before another one dies. Fog lights on, we cutting through your disguise. Stop pushing the lies, goofy gray. Fog lights blazing, you still mumble in the haze. Goofy gray static, every channel, every day. You shout, I got proof, but your pockets stay bare. Just echo in an alley, just dust in the air. Just another idiot, storytelling every day. You build crooked houses out of things you can't say. You sell loaded rumors like they're holy signs, while family sits shaking on the other side of the line. Stop pushing the lies, goofy gray, every word you throw, someone pays, we gotta get the truth before another one dies. Fog lights on, we cutting through your disguise. Stop pushing the lies, goofy gray. How many names gotta fade off the page while you chase fake ghosts in the secondhand rage? We want hard facts, not your costume show. Turn the cameras to the damage, let the real story glow. Let the real story glow. Stop pushing the lies, goofy gray, every word you throw, someone pays, we gotta get the truth before another one dies. Fog lights on, we cutting through your disguise. Stop pushing the lies, goofy gray. Standing on the sidelines, lying on repeat, little campfire fiction for the front row seat.
Crew. True crew. Yeah. Yeah. Step up, get stepped on. Fizzy, sassy, Cassie, mama bad, run the call. Brandy B, Tandy, swinging hammers through the wall. Tomboys are the last 24 on the grind. SRB, Rach, Molly, Drake on the line. Wisdom speaks while you're looking down. Breakdown, typically unique. Shut a fake clown, face down. Moonlit baby roll, Chrissy Chaos in the chat. Cat K, Bonnie B, Lucy pushing back. Black P, Randy Foley, a story on deck. Moderating all the mess, keep the timeline in check. They do it all the time, make a problem disappear. Say the word once, they appear. Blue crew, true crew, better put respect on the name. They run this scene, they don't play that game. Trolls beware, cause they don't ever care. Running this shit, making everyone aware. Day after day, yeah, they do it their way. Locking it down when the room go crack. Blue crew, 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 flags in the air. If you slide sideways, better say a quick prayer. Woo! They keep it in line. Keep it in line. From the first loud ping to the late night time. Blue crew, true crew, better put respect on the name. They run this scene, they don't play that game. Trolls beware, cause they don't ever care. Running this shit, making everyone aware. Day after day, yeah, they do it their way. Locking it down when the room go crazy. Crew, flags in the air. Say thank you loud if you really dare. Blue crew, true crew, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, roll call missing. They go to sauce bars, clock on the wall, still ticking. Blue crew posted in the bag, a whole room. Listen.
True crime cafe, coffee, black eyes, red files on the table, cold cases, cold dread, seeking the truth. Ink stains on his hand, pics on the cardboard, string lines, map land, busting these cases, long nights, tight grind. Everything will be fine. He repeat that line. Blue crew backs him, keep him on track. One step from the edge, they pulling them back. True crime cafe, they go to softball, seeking the truth, pay the real cost. Gotta find answers, gotta make time, busting these cases, walking that line. True crime cafe, they go to softball, hoping he can answer just a few. Yo, true crime cafe, they go to softball, say it with your chest, this the true talk.
Solving the bullshit, lies in the booth, paper plates, cheap meals, chasing down proof, praying real quiet, hands on his face,
fighting for the next meal in another cold case. Street talk, tip line, voices on mute. He dig through the dirt, searching for a root. True justice distant, like it changed the address, but he still take notes, never half step. True crime cafe, they go to softball, seeking the truth, pay the real cost. Gotta find answers, gotta make time, busting these cases, walking that line. True crime cafe, they go to softball, seeking he can answer just a few talk. True crime cafe, they go to softball, say it with your chest, it's the truth talk. True talk.
yeah.
$19.60 on the clock face, 4 a.m. bleeding through the blinds, phone glow, floor cold, heart race, can't tell the truth from the lines. Bethany says, can we go home? I laugh, but I'm not alright. Everyone kind, everybody jokes, nobody sees frostbite. Pretty much at 4 a.m. my brain says it happened, I don't know when. Thought it was a dream, but I knew it was a lie. Only thing I don't know is why. Can't tell right from wrong tonight. Bethany wants to go, I hold too tight. Everyone is super nice, but nobody knows my soul is cold as ice. Fake crying in the bathroom glass, red eyes, but I'm still dry. I talk big, then I walk it back. Can't look myself in the eye. Pretty much friends and such around. Must have been drunk, but I ain't trained. Hate the way my words fall down. My lies hurt people, I think.
Static on the screen, mouse moves, sound strange. Cut the feed, cut the frame, who's really in range? Moscow midnight, marble teeth, grin wide, writing history in hard drives, while the heart lives hide inside the archives. Every angle, every edit, every alibi. Turn the color down so the blood look dry. Turn the volume up till the truth sounds shy. Local tyrants in design and ties. Sign the story, make the story die. Redacted skies, lies falling from the clouds and lines. Occupy the broadcast, occupy the block. Camera in the window, cable in a knot. Fingerprint on the footage when they crop that shot. Wrong place, wrong time, that's the script they drop. Audio degrading, cut the bodies from the sound. Everyone is pushed, every memory drowned. Everyone knows who's burning this town, but the big doors close, eyes fixed on the ground. Redacted skies, lies falling from the clouds and lines. We know the names, we see the mask, we read the signs. Cries ring out, but they vanish in the static haze. Can't look away, our souls we pray to keep these days. Who hears the mothers? Who counts the dead? Who owns the lenses pointed at our heads? Beyond this justice, twisted and misread, there has to be a better path, not painted red.
All right, guys. Welcome back. The cafe is open for business. We are back. Great to be back. Great to see you all. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, wherever you are and whoever you are. I hope it's good for you because it's great to be back with you guys. I did miss you all so very much. And here we are back to the University of Idaho, of course, guys, breaking down body cams, interviews, videos, and more. And, of course, an open discussion in regards to all that and then some with it. You know how this always goes here. So please make sure to share this out, guys, and hit that like button, please. And thank you, if you will, so we can get this in that algorithm and let everybody know about it. It is wonderful to see all these beautiful new faces in here, all these beautiful people. I love and appreciate each and every one of you for joining us. Again, please make sure to hit that like button, share this out, and let everybody know what we be doing in here. And that being said, you guys know what comes next. Let's get this show on the road.
Neon lights flicker like broken halos. Whispers gather in the smoke-filled air. Tables carved with secrets and shadows. Every story's a wound laid bare. The kettle's boiling with restless rage. Justice written on an unseen page. I sip the silence, bitter taste, waiting for the ghosts to show their face. At the True Crime Cafe, we serve up the pain they try to hide away. Pour another cup of the truth you crave. Raise your glass to the names they betrayed. Mirrors cracked, reflections are liars. Ashes fall where the guilty once stood. The jukebox hums like a funeral choir. Echoes pounding through the neighborhood. Every scar is a candlelit vow. We hunt the how, we demand the now. No more silence, no more disguise. We'll paint the night with sharpened cry. At the True Crime Cafe, we serve up the pain they try to hide away. Pour another cup of the truth you crave. Raise your glass to the names they betray. This is not a sermon, it's a battlefield hymn, a requiem dripping from the bottle's rim. The guilty write stories in invisible ink, but we'll drag it all up from the edge of the brain at the True Crime Cafe. The reckoning burns like a black bouquet. Every shadow will pay in the True Crime Cafe.
All right. Welcome back again, everybody. Great to see you all here in the house with us today. You are so very much appreciated. And I hope you're all having a great weekend. I missed you guys yesterday. Jesus, stop it. I'm trying to get over something. I got this flu or something I had. I slept for 2 solid days. Pounding migraine headache. I don't know what's going on, but I still got it. Still sweating here and there, all this other stuff, but I'm working through it. I didn't want to miss another day with you guys. So here we are. So if I sound a little nasally and congesty and all this stuff, bear with me, guys, please and thank you. Appreciate you guys. Let's see here. Come on in and grab a seat. Fill up your cup, I'm sorry. And get comfortable, guys, if you will. We're going to be breaking down some interviews, videos, probably body cams, discussing all of these things. So come on in, please and thank ya. Thank you to my Blue Crew for joining us, my producer, Mikey, my videographer, Molly, without who any of this would be available to you guys. My Blue Crew, the team that I have back here in the background do amazing things. I wouldn't do this without them. The producer, the videographer, all of it. It all happens because of all of you. So thank you all so very much for doing what you do to make this happen every day. I appreciate each and every one of you and this amazing community for supporting us the way you do. I'm sorry. To be able to do the things the way we do is what I was trying to say. Sorry about that. You guys are amazing. My moderators are the best on YouTube as far as I'm concerned. I don't care what anybody says. You can't find any better. So good luck, if you will. But thank you all so much for joining us. Looks like there's 72 peeps in the house with, what do we got? 36 likes. Let's see if we can make that match, guys. Please, so we can get us up into that algorithm. Please and thank you. I appreciate you so much for that. Come on in. Come on in. Like I said, guys, I might be a little slow today. If I am, my apologies. I'm not 100%. I'm back about 50%. So just saying. Gotta love your kids when they get you sick. They don't seem to care. So, they want us to baby them, but then who's babying us, Let's see who we got joining us today. Megastar, the megastar, Miss Meg is in the house. Miss Kim, typically unique. Good to see you. You can check Discord, Kim, if you choose. Jacqueline Keeley, good to see you. Miss Rowe, welcome back to you. Angie B, you were YouTube featured. That's awesome. Glad to hear that. Miss Krista Marie, another great channel. You guys want to go check out if you follow the Bravo Network stuff. Miss Krista is the one to follow. She spills that reality every day herself, Miss Krista Marie. So go check her out if you will. Lisa Q, good to see you today. Mikey, speaking of my producer, good to see Mikey in the house here. What's up, brother? Good to see you, brother. Good to see you. Let's see. Miss Tandy's in the house. The Seahawks fan going to the Super Bowl. You know who I'm rooting for. Gotta love the Hawks. Love them Hawks. Yes, yes. Because I hate the Patriots. So I am definitely rooting for them Hawks now. Let's see. Pretty much in Finland. Good to see you. Thank you for joining us today. Written Dreams. Great to have you here. Wonderful to see all the new faces. Help me, Rhonda. I'll do the best I can. Great to see you. Sammy T, welcome to you. See a lot of meatballs in here too. A lot of green. You guys are all jumping into the sauce with us, and I love it. Come on in. Come on in. Let's see here. Beach Babe, Double B's in the house. Welcome back to you. Great to see you. Wish we had some of your beach weather here. It's okay. It's still freezing here. That could be a good thing, though, because I think it's killing some of these germs that are floating around here because it is so damn cold. Michelle F., welcome. One of our UKers in the house. Great to see you. Let's see. Rebecca Seidner, welcome. Good to see you, and thank you for that. I appreciate that very much. Crafty Mama, welcome to you. I didn't know everybody knew I was sick, but thank you, guys. Jenny Jones, welcome to you. Good to see you. Happy Saturday to you. Guys, we got a treat in the house with us. The Defense Rests. Miss Jody's in the house. Good to see you, dear. I hope you're doing well. One of our Aussie friends from down under. Love it, love it. Love our Aussies and our UKers. That's right. Welcome, welcome. And anybody from anywhere. We love all you guys. Just saying. Loving it up. Good to see you. Hottie JG. Welcome to you. You guys got to make sure that you guys subscribe to the Defense Rests. If you will, please and thank you. I think you definitely would not be disappointed, but you would be if you don't subscribe. So go check her out if you will, guys. Please and thank you. Make sure we drop that link in here. Mods, please and thank you again. Lisa Winchester, wonderful to see you today. The White Rabbit's in the house, guys. Good to see you. Sweet Melissa, welcome back to you. Great to see you today. Later, Kimberly, welcome, welcome. Wonderful. Speedy's in the house. Good to see you. Third Apache. Hey, y'all. Good to see you. Come on down. My boys in the house. Good to see you. Untra Cable. If I get this wrong, I'm so sorry. Untra Cable Sojourner 8733. Hello and welcome. Good to have you here. S. Nicole 42. All sorts of new faces and names in here. Jew Drops 10. Good to see you. Wade Bird, Miss Christine. Miss Jessie's in the house. Good to see you, Jessie. Boricua 1053. Miss Karmic Retribution. What's up, sis? Good to see you today. No, let me see. Jumping in here left and right. Hold on here. I'm trying to keep up. I will catch up pretty much. Oh, I saw you. Welcome. Let me get back up here now. I see it. All sorts of peeps diving into the sauce with the rest of us. Please hit that like button, subscribe, and share this out. Please, guys. Then you don't want to upset Miss Tandy here. Reptile Wildfire, good to see you. What's going on? Come on, come on. I think I've gotten almost everybody. If I did not, I will catch up with you for sure. My ears feel like they're burning. It's weird. There's definitely some sinus flu, crazy stuff going on here, guys. I hope you're not getting it. If you stay away from this stuff, if you can. Pro Burger and Proud, welcome to you. WTF, WTF, WTF. Hey, hey, Reptile Wildfire. Again, good to see you. Yes, I heard that. I'm grateful for those of you guys that missed me over there. I'm glad that you guys care. Danny, welcome to you. Matt P, 1914, good to see you. Typically unique. Again, another channel you guys need to make sure you're subscribed to. And of course, you can't forget my producer's channel, Mikey, the last 24. You got to check his channel out too, folks. I promise you will not be disappointed. Please and thank you. Did anybody drop? Marty Bodrell, welcome. Good to you. Good to see you. Sorry about that, guys. 1 minute here. Let me try this out and see if I can do it. A minute. I think I did it there. Okay. Where are we at here? Let's see. That's my work. All right, guys. Here it is. The link for the channel is called The Defense Rests. She has been covering, Miss Jody's been covering the Letcher County disaster, as I call it, as we have, but she's really in depthly covering it, doing an amazing job. Lee and I both have been talking to her. So I would love to see you guys subscribing to her channel as well to get the info. Thank you, Tandy, so much, hon. Thank you, thank you. I didn't see it, dear. It's all right though. I trust that you guys would. Miss Donna 7 and 9, good to see you today. You need a TD. What's up, Troy? 1,000 bag. What's that, bud? I'm lost, but I've been looking for that. Looking into that one. Oh yeah, we're definitely covering Letcher County disaster. It's a mess, guys. It's bad. And we're gonna be delving more into it. The things are gonna be starting to come out more now. And like I said, I covered it with what I could, but and then it got really quiet. So to be prepared, we're going to be delving a lot more into that one as things start to open up more within that one. I promise you will not be disappointed. That one is really crazy, guys. I've been obsessed with that since it first happened. And thank you again, Miss Tandy. Untraceable journal. Good stuff. Good to see that, guys. Let's see. Ms. Mamakins, good to see you. Just call me Hank. Hank? Okay, sounds good, Hank. Design Rhythm, welcome back to you. Great to see you today. Hank. Henk. Awesome stuff. Awesome. And if I do happen to miss you, I will catch up with you. Fizzy's fizzing around in here. There she is. Good to see you, Fizz. I bet you're enjoying your weekend now. And again, all you guys, thank you so much for joining us today. I really do appreciate you all so very much. Yeah, probably. If there was a lot of water used, in the cleanup, then sure, that'd be interesting, Matt. Definitely. Oh, okay, Fizzy. I'm sorry, hon. It's a Dutch name. The English version is Hank. Oh, okay, Hank. Gotcha. Makes sense. I gotcha. I'll try to remember that. Hopefully, we'll be seeing you around more often, and I'll remember to call you that. All right, come on in, grab a seat, get comfortable. We're about to get kicked off here. Pennywise in the house. Sassy Cassie. Our merch designer. Welcome, Miss Cass. Good to see you. RJ Embry. What's up, RJ? Good to see you, brother. Let's see. I think I got everybody else. Welcome, all you guys. It's great to have you here. Well, let me see. Trying to find. Maybe not. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Maybe not. Bear with me, guys. Like I said, I'm a little slow today. Just trying to get my head back in the game. Let's see.
That lady in that car is her. Severed her head and played on.
The tomboy's in the house. Watched your first Guilty channel yesterday. Holy moly, I've been on the fence since day one, teetering over daily, but their comments are, yeah, they are. That they are. Who's on one today? The tomboy? What's wrong with her now? What's going on? Or Cassie? I didn't see you until just now. That's why. Otherwise, I would have. Chilling. Good to see you. It only showed up just now, tomboy. Welcome, chillin'. That's a good point. Any form of a real investigation could have proved a lot of different things, and I agree with that. That's a fact. Krista says their comments are delusional. Their videos are delusional. So I guess they're delusional. Yeah, I would have been fine, Marty, if I wouldn't have got picked up this stuff. But yeah, my brain's a little cloudy right now. We're getting there, though. We're getting there. I got a video or two that I wanted to review with you guys, and I have some interviews that I want to go over with you guys as well. For those of you that may not have seen them, if you have, bear with me. We're just going to review it our way. January 24. Welcome and good morning. And if you guys are interested in checking out anything in the merch shop, Miss Cassie designed some really cool stuff. If you got any ideas, throw them our direction. We'll see what we can do. But go check out what we got in there so far. It is really cool stuff. Let's see. Looks like Pav and Lana are doing another collab. I'm looking forward to that one. Thanks, Jesse. It's bad. My wife thought she had meningitis, you guys. Her neck went stiff. The back of her head was hard. Like, we both had a horrible, like, migraine headache. Very bad. Very bad. So please don't get it if you have a choice. Stay away from it if you can. It's some scary stuff. It freaked me out. But thank you, Jess. I appreciate that, hon. Yeah, Cassie had it last week. I think SRB had it too. It's going around, guys. I mean, my eyes feel like they're burning. It's weird. Yep, that's what we had. My son had the same exact thing, and it literally feels like somebody smacks you right here with a board. Okay. Turkey Creek girl, good to see you. Or gal, I'm sorry. So let's jump into, I guess, the first thing. 2 weeks, S. Diorky lady. Yeah, my son's had it for 2 weeks. Her and I have only had it for a few days, but it still came with this really bad sinus crap, too. It does. It kind of reminded me a little bit of the big C word, but I didn't have all the other symptoms that I had when I had the C word. C word. I can't even say it right. There's a lot of sinus crap with it. Lisa. Welcome. Welcome, Miss Lisa. So, I don't know if any of you guys saw the Officer Rosinski body cam. We're going to review that. We're going to review an interview with Jordan Quizno. She was a friend of Kaylee. Some other stuff and a video breakdown that I want to talk about because there's some stuff. Zizol? Is that it? I never heard of that before. Zizol. Okay. Thank you, January. We're also going to be looking into a video, like I said, and breaking that down. It had some interesting points to it. And I don't know if you guys saw the Simon Getty, Tyler, and Matthew Moy interviews. There's not much to them. They really pulled a fast one with that one, and they ran them all together, which is ridiculous to me, but very unprofessional. I'll just say that. And some other stuff. We're just going to get into our combos like we do, break some of this stuff down, all the fun stuff. What is up, AR? Good to see you, brother. Come on in, grab a seat. No, but we need one in my house, Melissa, because our air is so dry. It's dry my face out and everything. It's crazy. 1 minute. What's up, AR? Why are you saying whoa, whoa, whoa? What's the matter? My 19-year-old has it too, and he's been a whiny mess. He's being mean to you. What did you do to bring it on there, Miss Cass? I know better. Hangman's joke, welcome. Good to see you. I know how you work, Cassie. Let's start off with this one. We'll start here. All right, so the first thing we're going to go, and this is all coming from, I don't know if you guys have subscribed yet. He called you Marge. Oh, yeah, you did sound like her. That was true. When Cassie was sick, she sounded like Marge from The Simpsons. Oh, thank you, AR. Appreciate you, bud. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that very much. I missed being there last night, to be honest with you. I appreciate you guys all so very much for that. So this is coming from the channel by the name of Connor. You're leaving, Cass? Okay. If you guys haven't subscribed yet, he's come out with some really great like body cams, interviews, all sorts of things. So make sure you guys do subscribe if you will. Mrs. Hangman's Joke, welcome. Wonderful to see you. Thank you for joining us. I'm going to guess that you're Hangman's Joke's better half. I'm guessing. It's wonderful to have you both in here. We were all bored AF yesterday with Dago. You were bored with me? Well, thanks a lot. Or were you saying without? I'm sorry for that. Yes, yeah, absolutely. Thoughts and prayers for Jen, bro. She's having her teeth, wisdom teeth. That's no joke. It's not a lot of fun. So I hope she does okay. I kind of figured that one out there, yes. Well, I'm glad that you guys missed me. I am glad you missed me. Yes, absolutely. Speedy recovery for Miss Jen. Absolutely. Side by side. Well, that's awesome. I appreciate it. I love when we have families come in here together. I really do. That's awesome. Love seeing you guys support these channels together as a whole. Very, very cool. All right, so let's get this up and moving. I was so bored I went into Willie's. I didn't know Willie was live. See, I didn't get anything. I didn't come anywhere near this yesterday. I couldn't. Right turn, Clyde. Welcome. Good to see you. Of course, here we go with the damn telemarketers. Never fails. Never fails. So they have like radar for me when I do this, I guess. All right, guys. 132 beautiful peeps in here, guys. Make sure you're hitting that like button. It looks like we've got 81 likes, so we're getting there. Let's make sure we get this in that algorithm. And let's get this up and moving. This is all audio, from my understanding, you guys. So bear with me. This is a friend of Kaylee's that they interviewed over the phone. They did the interview on November 15th of 22, of course. So 2 days after. Let's see what this has to say. What's up, Doc J? Good to see you. Great to see you. I did turn it down, Fizzy. I turned it all the way down. It turns itself back up when it rings, no matter what I do. Thank you, Hangman. Appreciate that. Let's check it out.
Just wanted to get my recorder going so I won't miss anything that you said.
Yeah, you're good.
So yeah, I spoke this morning with...
Well, I am sorry, Turkey Creek, and all you guys. I really appreciate the fact that you guys missed me. That means a lot. It really, truly does. I missed all of you, truly and honestly, because if I don't do this, it's like therapy for me. And then when I don't do it, I feel like I missed something. So it really means a lot, though. What's up, Blue Devil? I appreciate that so very much. More than you guys know.
And she was telling me that you were probably like the closest person who spoke with Kaylee often.
Yeah, we were pretty close. I'm currently living in, I graduated from U of I last year, and so I moved back home, but me and Kaylee were planning to move together in June.
Okay.
So, yeah, so we spoke frequently, I mean, as much as one does, but it was mostly about moving and our plans and stuff.
Okay. Any information that like she has shared with you? Was telling me about. She mentioned at one point that she thought someone was following her or stalking her. Did she ever mention that to you?
So no, she didn't ever mention anything recently to me. I mean, I've been hearing the rumors and stuff of just people saying that it was a stalker. And when I heard that, I have like a distant memory of her mentioning something, but I can't remember any details of it. Like I have like a weird memory of her like mentioning that something along those lines, but there's like nothing that I can remember to connect it, you know? And I was up there, and the last time I saw her was the week of October 3rd. And then before that was in June. It was her birthday. It was like June 14th, I think. So once I graduated, I only saw her 2 times. It was June 14th and then the week of October 3rd. And I don't remember, I don't think it was either of those 2 weekends that she said something. I think it was like when I was in school, maybe. It's the end of my senior year. That was in like May.
So last year.
Yeah, but like I said, like I don't know if this is like, I can't remember any details, so I don't know if that would like happen or if it was just like people are saying all these things and I'm like grieving and maybe making it up. I just really don't know.
Right. Okay.
So,
Yeah, that totally makes sense. So was there any information that she shared with you, anything concerning that she felt, or did she have any issues with anybody?
no, that's the thing. Like she hasn't. Me and her were like with FaceTime. We talked mostly about like moving and stuff, but she didn't mention anything. I don't like. There was no one that like didn't like her or like anything like that. You know, like I can't think of any person that like didn't like her or would have it out for her. You know.
What about did she ever share with you any, like potential interests in anybody, male or female, or anyone who was like hanging out with her or wanted to get to know her or anything like that?
No, she had her longtime boyfriend, and then when they broke up and I talked to her in October, she said that she hasn't been talking to anyone, like any, like interested in
Okay.
Yeah.
So in October, when you last talked to her, to your knowledge, she wasn't dating anybody.
She wasn't dating anyone. She wasn't like sleeping with anyone. She wasn't seeing anyone. In October, it was like the week of October 1st. And yeah, she told me that she was not seeing anyone. So.
And what about?
I know.
Okay. And then what about? What do you know about in their relationship and friendship?
They were like they loved each other, and it was like they started dating when they were young.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason they broke up is Kaylee just felt like they've been dating for so long, and she was just almost too comfortable that there was no ill feelings there. It was just like she wanted to grow a little bit and she find herself on her own.
Okay.
There was no bad beef between her and He's a great guy. And Kaylee thought the same.
Okay. And so did you, when you were here in October, like, did you ever spend time with at all?
When I was in October, they were broken up, and so no, I didn't see. I hung out with Kaylee, and Kaylee told me about just like, I asked her about her if they smoked or anything, and she said that he brought her coffee, and she just kind of was like, we can't keep doing this thing where it's like, they were just comfortable with each other, and they were just in a relationship, and it was hard to get out.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, from what I heard, they were like they cut ties in October. Like when I was there in October, they had cut ties. They weren't talking any longer.
So when you said that he was bringing her coffee and that she was like, we can't do this anymore, was he like still trying to hold on to stuff or?
No, at first like he just like loved her, I think, and it was just hard for him, and so he was like bringing her coffee, just being sweet, and they had a dog that they shared.
Mm-hmm.
During their relationship, and she had the dog, and she would see Murphy, the dog. But no, it wasn't like that. She was just kind of, like, it's too hard for us to remain friends just because I love you. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, so nothing back there.
Okay. And did you know any of her other roommates?
Not really. I knew Maddie, just because her and Kaylee were best friends.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of knew Shanna, but I didn't know the other two roommates.
And when you came in October, I mean, were there a ton of people that would hang out at that house, like, all the time?
So I was staying at the house right next to it.
Mm-hmm.
Like on King Road, like in the backyard.
Yeah.
Where you can see their house. I was staying at that house, and so she came over to that house a lot. I went over there once, and it was like when we were all getting ready for the game day, and there was just girls getting ready. And there was just a lot of people living there, but it wasn't a usual amount. And then when I was there, they didn't have like any parties or anything, so I only went there that one time.
Oh, okay.
And I just went to Kaylee's room.
Okay. So nothing that you knew about Maddie or Zayna?
No, I really don't know. I didn't know Maddie that well, and I didn't know Zayna that well. I was really, really close with Kaylee, like my senior year. She lived like the next apartment down, and we had all of the same classes together and stuff. But yeah, I didn't know Maddie very well, and Zayna very well.
Okay.
Yeah.
And okay, are you still in contact with
Yeah, I'm actually with her right now.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, would you like to talk to her?
Yeah, can I talk to her?
Yeah. Hello.
Hey, this is Detective Vargas with the Moscow Police Department.
Hi.
Hey, so I spoke with your friend today, and she was talking about a time that you guys all had lunch with Kaylee.
Yeah, and like the stalker comment.
Yeah, can you, I guess, tell me what you remember about that?
No, we've all talked about it, and I seriously can't remember anything, but that she made a little comment about it, and like.
It is so convenient to me how none of these people seem to be able to remember anything. It's just very convenient. Senor Wazowski in the house. Good show today, bro. $7,400, my ass. What What extortion and ripoff?
I don't know if like we were kind of like exchanging stories, like everybody like weird people texting you kind of type thing is what I think it was, and like she's like, no, I actually was stalker. Like that's what we remember, and maybe it was like on Facebook Messenger or like something weird like that where he was like texting her. But I don't remember like any details, anything other than just a weird memory of her saying something like that.
Okay.
And I think that the lunch was in September because I went up to Moscow once in September, and I think that's when it happened.
This last September?
Yeah, this last September.
Okay, but then you don't remember she shared any details about that or said anyone's name in particular?
No, I'm saying she had like a weird memory that like gave her something like a gift or like.
Send that to my email, Senor. I want to show that. That's ridiculous.
Like something weird like that, but I don't remember that part.
Okay.
Yeah, I wish that I could remember more, but.
Yeah, and then can you think of anything? Anyone that she had spoken about or was hanging out with or?
No, just because since we graduated, we just like weren't with her that much, and so like we just know like her day-to-day life. And so yeah, I don't know if anybody that didn't like her or kind of like sort of said like there was nobody that had it out for her that we knew of.
I'm not 100% at this point yet, third Apache, but I'm going to try to figure this one out. I think it might be Cassie. I seen somebody mention. There's a few names. There's Lucy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you need me to back up, Lucy? Hold on. Somebody said something about extortion.
She made a little comment about it. And like I don't know if like we were kind of like exchanging stories, like everybody like weird people texting you kind of type thing is what I think it was, and like she's like, no, I actually was stalker. Like that's what we remember, and maybe it was like on Facebook Messenger or like something weird like that where he was like texting her. But I don't remember like any details, anything other than just a weird memory of her saying something like that.
Okay.
And I think that the lunch was in September because I went up to Moscow once in September, and I think that's when it happened.
This last September?
Yeah, this last September.
Okay, but then you don't remember she shared any details about that or said anyone's name in particular?
No, I'm saying she had like a weird memory that like gave her.
So Ruby's saying she believes CW is Cassie Wood, a friend of Jordan and Kaylee's and a part of the Alpha Phi. Maybe a typo. Could be. Makes sense. Thanks, Senor.
Or something like a gift or like something weird like that, but I don't remember that part.
Okay.
Yeah, I wish that I could remember more, but.
Yeah, and then can you think of anything? Anyone that she had spoken about or was hanging out with or?
No, just because since we graduated, we just like weren't with her that much, and so like we just know like her day-to-day life. And so yeah, I don't know if anybody that didn't like her or kind of like sort of said like there was nobody that had it out for her that we knew of.
Okay.
Yeah.
And did you know her roommates?
No, I knew of Maddie. Well, I knew Maddie because of Kaylee, and then I knew of Jana just for being in the Greek life stuff.
Okay. Can I get current addresses for both you and?
Thank you so much, Jane, for those 5 memberships. I can't see who got them at this moment. Whoever you are, congrats. Welcome to the sauce. Welcome to the family. I appreciate that so much, Jane. So very generous and very gracious of you. God bless. We very much appreciate that. Congrats. And again, welcome to the new meatballs.
Yeah, so mine is. And then I'll give this one back to her.
We're going to go back to that one and review that too, Donna.
Okay.
Oh, hello.
Hey, can I get a current address for you?
Yeah.
Okay. And then what's a good phone number for you? I have your number, and then is
Yeah, I can tell you hers.
is it so?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Alrighty. Well, yeah, we're just trying to reach out, to all of our close friends and just see if there's anything, even if it's just the smallest piece of information. Just see anything you can think of. If you do think of anything, definitely contact us and pass it on.
Yeah, have you talked to, at all?
No. Can I get that person's phone number?
Yes, 1 second. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Welcome, Third Apache, to the family, to the sauce.
And how do you spell her last name? And what's her relation to her? Is she a student here or anything?
Yeah, so she is a student at U of I. She was also, just one of our close friends, and she was a senior this year.
Okay.
And
What's up, Scully? I don't know why that's weird, but thanks for being here, bro.
they hung out a lot, this school year, and so she just, have, just since we didn't live there anymore, she might have more I've been talking to also, and from what I know, it doesn't sound like she knows a lot, and doesn't have any ideas, but, if you want to reach out.
Okay.
Thanks, bro.
I can definitely do that. And then if there's anyone else that you think of or any other information that you guys come up with or think of, definitely let me know.
Okay, I will.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, thanks for giving me a call back. I'm sorry for your loss.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. Bye.
So that interview was done on the 15th of November, 2 days after. This was with very close friends of Kaylee per se, based on what they said. Alice Faye, welcome to you. Great to see you today. Let me see here. Maybe I'll be able to tell now who got those memberships. 1 minute, guys. Let's see. It looks like Third Apache, K Bats, Scottish Cat Lady, Summer Jaden, Yvette Clifton. I think they all did. Congrats to all you guys. And welcome to the sauce, guys. Very much appreciated. Again, Jane, and God bless. Very cool. Very cool. So moving on back to, we're going to go back now and listen to this Moy interview real quick. They actually threw, I think, 3 in 1. Simon Getty, Tyler, and Matt Moy both. And these are all with Danny Vargas. But this one is kind of cheesy, guys. They really put all 3 of them together in one interview, and I think that's really unprofessional, in my opinion. Just saying, but it is what it is. Did you see my message in Discord, Kim? I don't know if you did or if you didn't, by the way. Either way, we're going to check this out because in here, there's supposedly somebody said something about somebody having beef with them. This is Simon Getty. This is Matt Moy. This is his brother, Tyler. They were coming in and going, Angie. It's weird. So that's probably why. Still, you would think on a professional aspect that they would want to interview each one of them separately and away from each other. But, it is what it is. Yeah, and they're talking to each other through the interview, which is not that right. That's very not okay. I'm sorry, but it's just not. This is so ridiculous, unprofessional. I mean, it's like security guards were doing the investigation, and I think security guards would have done done better, in my opinion. Wait, Rabbit, thank you so much for that. Yeah, see? Yeah, check this one out, guys, and listen to this. I haven't got to go over this with you guys. We did in the Discord, and then I was planning on it yesterday, and I didn't make it here because of the sickness. I had to get up and get down with the sickness. Oh, I'm a cornball, I know. Anyway, thank you so much for that, Rabbit. Appreciate you. That's number 1 on our goal. Very awesome. Yeah, listen to this one close because you'll pick up on some things that they did here. It's pretty wild.
Okay, so you...
Boy, she really struggles with these microphone things. You hear her making all this noise and stuff. It is crazy.
Mentioned.
Yes, so it's not a lot, but I woke up a couple times Saturday night.
Okay.
Roommates coming in and different things, and around 4, I think when I looked at the clock, it was maybe around 4:17. I woke up and I didn't hear. It takes a lot for me to wake up,
yeah.
So that's why I was kind of surprised I woke up, and I didn't.
Boy, that's convenient. 4:17 on point. He gives that exact time. 4:17, not 4:30, not 4:20, not 4:15. 4:17. Come on, y'all.
Hear anything at first, but after maybe 5 minutes, that's my best estimate. I was pretty in and out. I started hearing dog barking. Sounds like it was coming from that direction from the house. So I believe it was their dog.
Okay.
And I was going in and out again, I think for maybe another hour. I kept hearing the dog barking outside. Thought it was very peculiar just because I've lived here since January, and I've never heard that dog outside barking in the middle of the night. And that's all I really have.
Okay, and so it was about 4:17.
Yes.
When you looked at the clock.
Yes.
After you were woken up by the sound of the dog.
Yes.
Okay, and then did you look outside at all?
No. I have my room is downstairs, the closest, I can look out to the house from my window down there. But I have blinds that cover it up, and I'm a very deep sleeper, so I was just kind of going in and out, just kind of falling back to sleep, waking up. I didn't really think too much of it because there's a lot of noise that happens, especially with these streets with the outhouses.
Exactly my point. There are multiple, Senor's right, multiple interviews where they give on point exact times. Am I the only person that finds that a little bit odd? Come on. So weird. 4:17 is exactly when the dog starts barking in the audio, folks. We know that, okay? This is just whatever. He was living in the Moy house, from my understanding. Most people estimate to cover the front and back end of a time. You usually hear times given on the quarter of the hour. 4, 4:15, 4:30, 4:45, something like that. Not 4:17 exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's what bugs the shit out of me.
Yeah. So I didn't really think too much of it at first. So I just kind of went back to sleep.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the dog was barking for how long, do you think?
I think the last time I woke up was around 5, and I believe this dog was still barking at that point.
Okay, and it sounded like it was outside.
Yes. It was
in that direction.
Yeah.
And when you did wake up, did you notice any lights on, motion lights, anything like that? Did you hear any?
No.
Hear any rustling or hear anything else?
I didn't hear any rustling. I probably, because we have a nightlight that turns on, and that little window around the corner is the window for my room. I probably would have seen that if it had turned on, but it didn't.
Okay.
Other than that, my room's very dark, so if there was light or
that, if someone tripped that, you would have seen it. You think?
Yeah.
Okay. What's your date of birth?
2001.
Okay, cool. All right, well, if you think of anything else, or if you remember anything else, were any of your other roommates home that heard anything, or?
They were all home. but they didn't hear anything. I think my roommate heard this say he lives in the other room downstairs. I think he woke up for a second from the barking, but he went back to bed as well.
Okay. Is he here now?
Yes.
Can I talk to him real quick?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
The one thing I did notice about this, and maybe this is just my stupidity or something I don't understand, you guys, is that this is Matt Moy, and he's wearing the AROTC uniform, so on and so forth. So why does it have somebody else's name on there? It says Jared Nelson. Unless this is, I mean, maybe I'm missing something. I don't know. It seems kind of dumb, but maybe I'm the dumb one. I don't know, but that's weird to me. For that photograph is what I'm saying. Maybe that's not really him. I don't know. It kind of looks like him in the face, though. Just saying.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
Good.
Do you want to stand inside so you don't...
Bubbly would know, so that probably makes sense, Tomboy. 100%. That's what I was wondering. I guess it's not him. They just must have thrown a picture of somebody in there to make it look like them, I guess. Whatever. Altruistic Murder. Good to see you today. Thanks for joining us. I guess I wasn't the dumb one that time then. Good stuff. Yeah, right. Or either that or do a better job with AI or something. At least put the person's name in there. You know what I mean?
Don't get too cold. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I want you to freeze it. I thought that. Okay, so who's that?
The one talking is supposed to be Matt now, supposedly. I don't know that it is, but again, these interviews are a joke. Complete joke. You got to start wondering at some point if they're actually, did they just interview anybody and say, hey, tell them your name is this? I mean, I know it sounds stupid, you guys, but I'm starting to wonder at this point. Jesus Christ. These are ridiculous. Yeah, I've watched George before, 100%. I got a couple things to show you guys today that are a little off that were sent to me, so.
Your full name?
Yes.
And what's your date of birth?
2000.
How about a good phone number for you? Okay. And your bedroom is downstairs?
Yeah, it's the first one to the left.
Okay. And he mentioned that you might have heard something?
So I was gone, I think, like, when all of these events transpired. Yesterday, I did this thing called Extended Training Day. It's like this thing we do in ROTC, but basically, like, I was up at 2:30 in the morning, and then I was out the door at, like, 3.
Okay.
And I was doing stuff with them until, like...
They don't even look the same. That's hilarious. Thank you for sending me that. Living Dead Girl, what's going on? And I'm doing better. Thank you, dear. Wow, you guys are awesome for even asking that and carrying enough. I appreciate that very much. This could have said his name was Rachel. Exactly, senor. Exactly. Good God. This is pathetic. Oh, I get it, Turkey. Don't worry about it, hun. It'll come back. No worries. No worries. I have the same problem. Sherry Cowan, welcome. Good to see you.
6. So I was gone pretty much the whole day yesterday, but I heard about...
2:30 p.m. or a.m.?
2:30 a.m. was when I left. Well, that was when I woke up. I left the house at 3 a.m. And then, yeah. And then I was at Extended Training Day until like 6, because we went to Buffalo Gardens after it. And then...
Where was the training?
So it was in a lot of different places. We started at Guywick's Field, which is here on campus. And then we went to the UI pool. And then from there, we went basically all the way to Pullman. We went to, like, it's called Fairview. It's like that first stoplight before you get into Pullman.
Okay.
So we rucked all the way over there, then we rucked all the way back.
How many other people were you with?
There's probably like 20 people total.
Okay.
10 actually doing the event, and then another 10 like facilitating it.
Welcome, Teresa.
And was it with people that you're normally with?
Yes, people in ROTC.
Okay.
Welcome,
is there
Becky.
anyone that maybe wasn't present that normally is with you guys there?
Not that I can think of. No.
Okay. And so you left at 3 in the morning and drove there?
Yes, I drove to Buffalo Wild Wings. That was the meetup point, like the parking lot.
Okay. What time do you think you got to Buffalo Wild Wings?
It would have been shortly after 4 because that's when the event ended at the pool, and then we were there for like a little less than 2 hours. But I left around like 6:15, something like that.
In the morning?
No, this was at night. So this event was like pretty long. It was like a 12-hour training event, and then we went to Buffalo Wild Wings after. So I like. That was the meetup point. So we parked there at 3 in the morning.
Okay.
Walked over to Guy Wicks Field, did the whole event, like did everything. And then after the event was over, we finished at the UI pool.
Okay.
And then that's when we went to Buffalo Wild Wings, got some food to like celebrate, and then got here about 6:30, something like that.
Okay. So when you left at 3. Remember seeing anybody out and about or anything out of the ordinary?
I wish I had. That's the thing is like when I had heard that it happened so early, I kind of wish I was trying to like retrace my memories, see if I remember anything, but I really don't. I was just like really in a rush to kind of get out the door.
And when you were awake at 2.
So you woke up at 2:30 and left your house at 3 a.m. You were in a hurry. Half hour later, and don't remember. They don't remember anything. It doesn't matter who they are or where they are or what's going on. They don't remember anything. This is nuts.
If you're 3, did you hear that dog barking at all? Or?
I don't think so. I don't think I'm pretty sure I would have heard it if I heard if there's a dog barking.
What's up, Hemi? So one of them hears the dog, the other doesn't.
But again, like I was just kind of in a rush.
Yeah. Okay.
So.
And any of your other roommates that were home that might have heard that?
And I think said he heard it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was the only one.
Okay. I don't know. That's my brother who just walked in. But
okay.
I doubt he heard it. Hey, do you mind if I...
Yeah, you could have him. Yeah.
Hey. Yeah. Did you...
Now, see, this is something, and Senor, being a retired police officer, I'm sure that you can agree to this, that this is something that shouldn't happen when you're interviewing somebody in regards to a murder case, that there shouldn't be interconversational things going on, talking between each other while you're being interviewed by a law enforcement officer. That should have been under like definite scrutiny and been handled. And she didn't say a damn word. She's like, yeah, go ahead, have a conversation. Make sure you guys get your story straight, and then I'll ask you the questions. I mean, it's basically what this is. It's insane. Yeah, of course he did. They all say it. They all say it, bro. Every one of them. What's up, FB? Good to see ya. Thanks for joining us.
Hear a dog barking at some point. Would have been the morning.
I'm gonna pin the link here in a minute, guys. I dropped it in the chat. In fact, I'll do it right now, real quick. Hold on. Bear with me. 1 second.
Okay. Because he said he heard it, but I didn't hear anything. What time did you hear it?
I heard it like I was at the clock.
Okay, so I was up in the yeah.
Hi. I'm Danny.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I didn't hear dog barking at any point. I had gone out to the bars that night, and we got home around 2:30 in the morning. And my sister was in the same sorority as Maddie, and saw Maddie out at the club
John's Alley.
Yeah, no, it wasn't John's. It was. I'm pretty sure it was the club for sure.
Oh, Corner Club.
The Corner Club.
Okay.
So, and we were at the Corner Club like right before they closed.
Mm-hmm.
So she was out like really late, and yeah, and then I just laid in the living room for a long time, for like probably till like 3 in the morning, and I didn't hear any dogs. But I sleep with earplugs in,
Okay.
so that's why I wouldn't have heard anything. But their rooms are more like outside, so that's why it sounds like. Did you hear it or no?
No, because I was out the door.
You had, oh yeah, because you left when I was still down there. So.
And what's your? What's your date of birth?
97.
And how about a good phone number for you? And what's your sister's name? How about a good phone number for her?
Grab it.
Hi.
And so she's in with some of
Maddie. It sounds like Maddie.
She's an ex-member.
Was an ex-member, but they were still loosely connected. And then Shayna. I can't remember. Zana was in.
And who out last night?
Saw Maddie out. Maddie Mogan.
Logan?
Mogan, yep. Because Madison Mogan is my sister's ex's ex. Does that make sense? So my sister's ex, Maddie, is his ex.
Okay.
There's a lot of Maddies here.
Yeah, there's a lot of Maddies.
A lot of Maddies.
I need a little flow chart.
Exactly. Yeah, I need to draw it for you. But my sister and her, they used to have a little bit of tension, but then they were good. And so that's why my sister was like, oh, I saw Maddie at the bar. Like, I should have said hi to her, but I didn't. And then, yeah, the next day, we found out that this was happening. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else you guys can think of?
I don't think so.
Okay. Cool. So you weren't even here, sounds like.
No,
He heard the dog barking.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, thank you.
Yeah.
If you have any other questions, I'll reach out to you guys.
Okay, cool.
Do you mind if I ask a question? We're safe here? Because I know it said there's no threat, but the suspect is still at large. We don't know what's going on.
That's been our biggest concern. It's the fence line is shared with us,
Right.
and two of the girls being the same story as my sister who lives here, we were kind of just
anything we can.
What's the threat level
at the time?
Yeah, I mean, I think the suspect is still unknown at this time, and so we're still.
What's interesting to me is he hasn't said it yet, but he says that, or maybe he did, that Madison, his sister Madison, had issues with Maddie Mogan at some point over a guy, I believe it was. That's kind of interesting. I'll just say that much. Brian Todd, what's happening? Good to see ya. G Angel, welcome, dear. Yeah, I'm gonna call that too. I agree with you on that one, Dreams. That sounds good, Turkey. What's up? Hemi, how are you?
It's odd. You know what it kind of reminds me of, Dago? It reminds me of kids are trying to do some lowball shit behind the parents' back without them knowing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, yeah, we're all in on this. We all know what's going on. But when the time comes, we're just going to play dumb. We don't even know what.
Well, it seems like mostly all of them have been doing that, Hemi. Like, truly.
Well, okay, so you didn't find it odd that the dog was barking that particular night because, as you have said, that normally don't happen. So nothing like that is odd to you that make you want to question it. What's going on down there?
And what's the other dude saying that it was their dog, like not their dog? It's weird.
Well, how many people have dogs in that neighborhood? You don't even know that? It's just a small little community.
I mean, typically when you're out and about, you kind of notice people that have dogs that are outside, people walking with their dogs, people having dogs chained up. hearing
Right.
dogs bark, what direction it's coming from, kind of shit. Yeah, I agree with you on that one.
It's kind of like you don't even have casual conversations about when you get home that you saw so and so or you saw this person walking the dog here and whatever. Just making little small conversations about the community and what's around you. You don't even acknowledge that shit. You just got tunnel vision and we got whatever. I just don't get it. The whole thing is odd, and I've said that. It's just odd. Everything about that town is odd.
Everything. Yeah, that's an understatement. I was gonna say huge understatement. I don't what's up, Chris? The statements that are made, the denial of like nobody knowing anything or noticing or hearing anything is just weird to me. I'll just say that much.
If you walk outside of your door and your neighbor is doing some odd ass shit that normally don't happen, wouldn't you find that kind of being like, what's going on right now?
I agree.
And it's kind of like, I'm sorry to butt in your business, but I just want to make sure y'all okay down here. All right, and then whatever. But it ain't none of that.
Yeah, agreed.
Not to be nosy, but I'm just saying I'm seeing some odd behavior.
Yeah, no, I agree with you.
Still trying to determine who it could be. So definitely still just be
cautious,
diligent. You know, if you see anything that seems weird or strikes you as odd, definitely call us and let us know.
Okay.
So,
well,
yeah. Okay, cool. Well,
thank you.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Yeah.
I don't know, guys. Some of it, maybe it's nothing. Maybe it is something. I don't know.
I mean, when you're in a small little community like that, hell, you can walk outside butt naked if you want to. Nobody wouldn't give a shit.
It doesn't seem like it, at least at this point. I don't know. I didn't see nothing.
But these are small town. It's college kids, so that's their excuse because they're college kids. They're in a very special place up there.
Mm-hmm.
I get it. It's not as big town as Baton Rouge down here. LSU and all that.
Yeah, definite. All right, let's see here. 1 minute. This other thing. Give me a second here. Where'd it go? All right, so this is another one of these body cams from one of the police officers that I did not get to follow. I've never seen this one before, and I don't know if anybody did. If you did, just bear with me. I'll probably scrub through a lot of it if I have to, but no problem, Kim. Let me show you guys. Senor said, what's odd is that times they reference in these 3 interviews coincide with suspect happening. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like their exact times, 4:17, 2:30, things like, and it's in all of these interviews, they all line up with things going on when the crime's being committed. But if you don't know anything, these times are that's a coincidence, right? Sure, okay. You're right. Coincidences they're real here, right? Yes, he was. And I looked at it. I can't show it because Megyn Kelly will strike you immediately. She doesn't like anybody showing her shit. So I can't show you guys and review that, but I did see it. Unfortunately, thank you, Living Dead Girl. I appreciate it.
I kind of alluded this too one time, Dago, that there is something about this town that has some form of hold on a whole town. It's kind of like they're all influenced by it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what it is. It's kind of hard for me to put my finger on it, but it's things like that that's telling me that this town is heavily manipulated.
Oh, yeah, I agree with that one. Very much so. It always has been, though, in my opinion. It's always been very manipulated by the university and law enforcement, I think, who work together in unison, maybe together to do the manipulation. of the community about, what happens in Moscow stays in Moscow type scenario.
Right.
It just
And
seems
it's kind of like, again,
yeah,
if somebody in a normal circumstance, okay, if somebody was to whisper anything about a murder or a killing that's going to happen or that's in the plans or in the works, that would have been told, right? People will be coming out very suspicious about this person talking crazy. He's talking about killing folks and everything else.
Yeah.
That did not happen here. In my humble opinion, it's like this whole town knew exactly what was going on way before this all happened.
It's always been stated, Hemi, like from 3 years ago, that many people knew what happened, and actually quite a few people knew something was going to happen before it happened. So at that point, you gotta, like, why didn't anybody come forward and say that? I mean, of course they're not going to. And Chris has a good point. Yeah, people don't pay much attention to a dog barking, if you heard screams, so on and so forth. It seems like they would have, though. If there was screaming going on, like some of the stuff we heard, you would imagine that household back there would have heard it too. It's right there in the backyard. You could have. I'm just saying, in my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe not. I don't know. Just a thought. So, Senor says, Hemi, it's the university town. Is ran like an old mining town. I'm surprised Moscow doesn't have its own currency for spending. I was going to say that before a while back. That's funny you said that, Senor. I was surprised they didn't have their own money.
It kind of reminds me of that movie Sweet Home Alabama.
Yeah.
Where she came in and said, you need a passport to come down here.
Yep. Yeah. It's a whole other world.
Oh, my goodness. I mean, you look at the older cases that we've covered as well in Moscow, right?
Right.
Can we look deeper into that? And maybe something will tie that into it, because
I'm going to tell you and everybody else again. I've been building up on this for the past few days. It's actually been a few weeks, and you can tell me I'm wrong if you think I'm wrong. It is what it is. I understand. It is like the Ozarks, just like the TV show. Chris is right. That it's like a combination of Twin Peaks and Ozarks, guys. It's insane. But I truly now at this point, and I'm pretty comfortable feeling this way now with everything I've heard over the past 2 weeks. I think there was a party there Saturday night. Okay. I truly and honestly believe there was a party there, because all the damn beer cans and different cans here and there, and that house was fucking trashed, folks. Okay. I can't see them leaving that house like that Friday, going through all day Saturday and not doing anything. I think that they had a party Saturday night.
Well, according to Bethany's statements, they was drinking all day.
Say again?
That according to Bethany's statements, they've been drinking all day.
Well, yeah,
From
right.
the time they got up that morning.
Right. And I'm just saying, it feels almost like, I don't know. I could be wrong. But I feel like they were having a party Saturday night again. Okay. And there's a lot of, and here's the thing is, if you go back and watch, I can't remember if it was the first or the second press conference with Chief Fry, he says, and I don't know if it slipped, if he meant it to sound the way it did, or if it wasn't supposed to. I don't know. What's up, DeRoy? He said there were other people in that house that night. Those were his words, and I'll take you and show it to you. I'm telling you, I think there was a party there that night, and it very well could have erupted into something violent. Something could have went down, and it turned ugly somehow. Somebody was demanding something or requesting something, and something went sideways. I don't know, you guys. This is a thought because of all the other thoughts we've had. It's obviously everything we speak about when it's not based on fact is purely alleged. Who knows? Astastic, welcome. Good to see you. But yeah, just saying, anybody that's popping backstage that's new here, that hasn't come on stage before, We just ask that you show your face for like 3 seconds, and then you can turn your camera off. You don't have to ever turn your camera on platform or on the panel. Just one time, so we can make sure you're going to show your face and not your waist. That's all. If it's okay, you're good. You can turn it off unless you're comfortable with it on. All right. Welcome, Gabriella. Is it?
Hi. Yeah, I've talked with you guys before. I have the little bird called Little Milton.
Okay. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah. Anyways, I really loved your conversation with Attorney Myers the other day. You guys were kicking ass on that conversation. It was so heated and hot. It was hot.
I appreciate
awesome.
that.
So,
Very
but
much so.
I want to, when it came to the possibility of appealing, I just want to say that the custody queens off the clock.
Yeah.
Those two lovely attorneys from California. Yeah. They had a live with an attorney that works with them or that they know who does appellate. Yes. And it was live, dude, and no one showed up for live. Like, what a missed opportunity. And I just don't think those girls are having enough following. But it would have been wild if like you and Myers and Ron, like if Ron would have like been in that conversation, it would have been like, oh my God, okay, like because he had the info of appellate. Because just because Koberger, it looks on paper that he's gave up his ability to appeal. It's not so. It's not completely so. Especially when it comes to his constitutional rights being so violated.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, thank you so much for listening to me.
No worries. It was probably because it was a premiere. I will be having be joining the custody queens again. They've been here once before. Maybe I'll be joined by Ron too. I don't know. We'll see how that works out. It's up to what they want to do. But thank you so much, Gabriella. I really appreciate your input, your channel support, and everything. So thank you very much for joining us.
Yeah, thank you. I hope Myers will talk more about Koberger on his channel. I know Yoli does on her channel. She seems a bit more willing to go more mainstream. But yeah, thanks so much. I mean, I really could talk about a lot more things, but I get really sad when I think about Brian.
I get it. I do. I truly do. A lot of people do. Very much understood.
For me,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was just about to say, it drives me insane. I literally want to beat my head against the wall because it's obvious, and everybody's seeing the same thing, from attorneys to everybody's looking at this, going,
"Yeah, if anyone's looking at it,
something needs to happen here." And everybody that I'm digging into it. I think Dago was digging into it. Everybody's digging into how he can be able to do it.
He needs money. He needs money for a real appellate attorney, because I don't think his family can afford attorney. That's why he had a state-appointed lawyer or whatever appointed, because when Karen Reed had a great investment and she was able to have great representation, and and Brian didn't.
Okay, from what I'm understanding, Massoff is an appellate attorney. He's already got that on his team.
So he already has an appellate attorney?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's good. Then
that's the reason why Hitler can't treat her like he treats Ann Taylor. You can tell how whenever she steps up, she don't hold back because she has the power to file the appeal. She don't need that plea deal. And that's the reason why Hitler kind of got mad at her, because why did y'all settle for a plea deal? Why didn't y'all go take it for the court? Because the mainstream media has already convicted Brian Kohlberger. And they cannot, and not on that, you're handcuffing us because we have the proof that he didn't do it.
Yeah, and they didn't even have all the evidence they needed and the time that they needed. And you know, it really it also takes a lot of money for experts and stuff. And to do like all the DNA that what you know the state or the feds didn't do, you know, the DNA under the fingernails.
And I think everybody can agree that with Cyree not being able to be heard in that hearing, and was told that he was going to allow Cyree to talk, but outside of the jury, no dice, because they knew Cyree can just they would throw this case out if they had an unbiased judge like the one they had for the Daybell trial. He wouldn't have played that. He was throwing this case out.
Yeah. So Hitler's the judge who was there when the attorney said, you know, you're the gatekeeper of the evidence. And Hitler said, oh, well, what do you want me to do about it? There's nothing I can do about it. Is that him?
Yeah, he's made multiple statements like that. Like, you know, maybe your client shouldn't have left his DNA on the scene, or the reason why we couldn't talk about the alternate suspects is because they didn't have nothing to do with the white Elantra, or like making the statement that, you know, if it wasn't for, why doesn't Cyree bring up the 7 days? Yeah, he's very, very, very biased and very ignorant. So he didn't do anything like what he should have done as a judge, and his job as a judge is to protect Brian's rights, or whoever the defendant is, and ensure that he gets a fair trial. And he did the exact opposite of that. And
totally. The exact opposite. Yeah.
He stepped up and basically started working for the prosecution is what he did, in my opinion. So
yeah. And I mean the possibility of other suspects, it's so like in our face, and for them to block that. But you know, going back to that food truck, you know, when I first saw it, I saw like, oh, that person is targeting those girls. And then when I looked at it again, I'm like, everybody is targeting those girls.
Mm-hmm.
I saw the body language, and like there were a bunch of people involved in what was happening to them that night. So
if you notice too, Gabrielle, I've said this before, at least in my opinion, from what I've noticed, I've been on this from like the day one, November 14th of 22. Since it started, I've not, you know, I took a little break when there was nothing going down on it, but I'm going to have to venture to say that it seems to me like a lot of people distanced themselves from that circle that they normally wouldn't that night. People going to bed early, people not hanging out there that night, people going home that were offered to spend the night, people that were supposed to spend the night, something just conveniently came up. It's just odd to me that all these people that would normally be within that circle on a regular basis just weren't there that night. It's very weird.
Yeah, the typical distancing when you're involved. So,
or if you know something that you don't want to be involved in, like, you know, hey, I wouldn't be hanging around with Kaylee and Maddie tonight because like something's supposed to go down type thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and you know, and you know, I want to add, you know, another like birdie type conspiracy, but it's been on my mind. Where I don't know if you heard of what happened. The additional.
Here, hold on 1 second.
Okay.
All right, I put my tinfoil hat on. Let's go for it. What do you got?
Yeah. Okay. So back at the Rwanda massacre, some primitive directed energy weapons were used to emit frequencies upon the population to make them extra angrier. Because you know these frequencies do exist that can manipulate a person's feelings.
Gotcha.
At the end of the massacre, the CIA packed up their transmitters and transponders and weaponry and left. Packed up and left. And you know, nowadays it's way easier to set up this kind of weaponry. and direct energy like that. And so I just think, you know what, that one person triangulating around by the dumpsters, was he laying the transmitters and transponders? And then when it was go time, they like added extra, you know, because they were going wild, these young people. But then there also could be the drugs involved, you know. But yeah, that was my conspiracy theory there.
I gotcha. Everybody's allowed to have them. You know, everybody has the right and the ability to think their thoughts on things. There's no worries
Yeah.
with that.
Well,
I have my own kind of
I've
time.
seen with my own eyes people being manipulated with directed energy. You know, and they show it back in the day when they were showing the experimentation on a bull. You know, they put this thing in the bull's brain, and they make him angry by clicking the certain frequencies.
Yeah.
Yeah, and now you don't have to have a chip in people's brains. You just have to direct the energy their way.
No, I understand.
Okay.
Now,
Okay. Thank you for listening to me, you guys.
anytime, dear, anytime. Thank you very much for your input and your thoughts and feelings. Appreciate you.
Okay. Good day,
Take
you
care.
guys.
You too. All right. And like I said, everybody's welcome to their thoughts, their feelings. We may not always fully agree with those things, but that's okay. Everybody has the right to their feelings, and their thoughts on different things. But it is what it is. Anyway, moving forward, let's check this. Like I said, I'm probably going to scrub through some of this. Let's check this out and see if there's anything. This is Officer Rosinski. Now, I don't remember ever seeing this one, and I was told there's a couple things in this that should have been noticed that weren't. I guess I don't know. I don't know at all. Now, like I said, I respect Gabriella's thoughts and her feelings on this. I truly do. Do I think that's what happened here? Me personally, no. I think this was a different situation, but what she's talking about, I have heard of before, so on and so forth. So it's not too far out of the wash for me. I'm just saying this situation, I don't know. I feel like this is more of a personal thing, in my opinion, truly.
It's crazy because they go, you can't help but speculate a little bit and come up with little theories because we rightfully don't know.
Well, and that's the thing. That's
we don't
it right
know
there.
what really and truly happened. This never went to trial. They made sure this wasn't going to go to trial.
Right.
I'm still hoping and praying that there's going to come a day when it all just slaps them all in the ass.
Yeah. No, I mean, this is, like I said, this is a personal situation, in my opinion. I can't tell you what exactly personally it was. I have a few thoughts on it, but it's definitely a bad situation. Okay. And it was probably one of the darkest things I've ever seen that happen in any case. But I do believe that there were a lot of people. Damn it. Hold on 1 minute, you guys. I'm sorry.
Well, it goes back to what I've always said. There's somebody way up on top of the food chain that they're going all out to protect. And they've been trying to get this, sweep everything underneath the rug. Everything is fine. There's no sense looking here. But this has been going on for a long, long time. We just don't know how long time this has been going on. If we start digging, that's the reason why I'm thinking maybe Kaylee was into the true crime thing, is she came across something in the older cases of people that has lost their lives due to being a suicide. That was actually a homicide. It just got swept underneath the rug.
Welcome to Growler's Growlery.
And, you know,
but again, you know, I like I said, I understand where Gabrielle is coming from with that, and there have been some cases that I would probably definitely take that into account for. This one, like I said, I feel like this was a personal thing for different reasons. There's different things in this that point to different aspects for me personally, but you know, like I said, let's see. All right. Thank you, Becky. I have not yet seen those, Angie. I'd like to, actually. I haven't seen those yet. But yeah, this one here, guys, I want to check this out. And like I said, I'll probably scrub through some parts of it. But somebody said you got to look at this one. There's a couple of things in here that are a little off. So we'll see real quick what we got. And then we're going to check out a video too and discuss some more of this stuff.
So what is in right here? Am I technically in?
You're just at the door, so I'm not inside right now. I was out.
I'll tell you one thing I don't like is that they have
1451
muted so often.
146.
It probably shouldn't, but it does. I feel like there's things being talked about that need to be recorded on here. This is again my opinion, but
wasp nest in front of it.
Come on, get to where there's some audio. Or are they going to have everything redacted? Ridiculous. Looks like they're going to have the whole thing audio redacted. I haven't seen this one, so I don't know, you guys. First time watching it. Yeah, look at this. There's no audio. Why is this conversation not... Why are we not able to hear this conversation? That's a problem for me right there. I don't think anything should be redacted, to be honest with you. It has anything to do with this investigation. This is ridiculous. I don't have any audio on this at all. Why is it? Right now. There's no audio in here. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. You guys are getting audio. I wasn't getting it. So let me go back here. Sorry about that. Try this again. I think my volume got turned down somehow. Yep, there is. My apologies. Here we go.
Yeah, man, go get some water, take a break, and come back whenever you need. So.
Hydrated, finish my lunch. So I got so far. Corbin's still inside. Oh, I should probably grab mine.
So what is in right here? Am I technically in?
You're just at the door, so I'm not inside right now. I was out. I'm just the closest I've got.
All right, you guys here.
And
so
out.
Before 12:15, I didn't really know any times, but I was outside. I took a picture of a dude I was interviewing right here at 12:15, 12:11.
So who's in there right now?
Corbin.
Just Corbin?
Just Corbin.
All right, so I'll need to get their names when they come in.
Yeah. So out and still blank for him going out.
Okay. Well, I won't.
And I'll be fully honest with you. As much as I don't trust Moscow PD, the fact that Corbin Smith is inside this house, as long as he is by himself and he's running back and forth through the house, he runs upstairs, back downstairs, I don't trust that. Okay. And that's maybe just me. But because of what we've seen, what we do know, that's why I don't trust them. They've done that to themselves. Not that they care who trusts it. You know, I'm sure they don't give a shit. I'm just saying, I don't trust them. I don't trust after seeing where the sheath is placed. And I'll say placed very, very loosely because it was placed, in my opinion. Yeah, Ann says it was, so I'm going to say it was. And it looks like it was just laid there the way we saw it. It's just ridiculous. So anyway, yeah, and again, Mama 4 is right. They switched their audio off in on a lot. The body cams, you can see them constantly hitting mute on whatever they're saying. I don't think that that's right. You have a body cam for a reason. It's to record your interactions in period. Yeah, it was my headphone button was pushed. Chris, you're right. That's why I took it out thing and reversed it, but it was my fault. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So this is Officer Rosinski that has just walked up here. That's whose body cam we're watching. So again, I'll stop rambling and let you see it, but it just bothers the shit out of me.
I'll write anything down for you then. Do you want to run this up to Corbin?
Oh, yeah. We'll just mark me.
So the person he's talking to with the weird ass hairdo, with the weird color, blonde, and all that, this is Warner. This the body cam we're watching belongs to Brzezinski. Sorry about that. I should have told you guys. And like I said, Corbin has his battery was going dead on his body cam, which is what he just handed him to take upstairs. So that bothers me too, that the body cam's dying and we probably don't get to see everything he did in there. But the biggest part of this that bothered me is when he kind of trots through the house, runs upstairs, and then runs back down, and you don't really see what he did. It's just weird.
I think it's going in then.
All right, what time is it? Hold on.
14, or sorry, 114.
No, it's
14.
It is 14:51.
Oh, I'm looking at the wrong.
You're 146.
Hey, Corbin, coming in. How's your battery? Yeah.
Moscow 167. You can show me on King Road.
Looks like there's one right here. Looks like it. I don't know. I'll find the door. Yeah, it's a cord. Giant wasp nest in front of it. Knock on the door. Yeah. Thank you.
Time somebody went in.
Hey, Brandy. Was there something else you were saying, Hemi? Did I cut you off somewhere? Oh, okay.
Never mind, he's watching an open door out there.
Well, they just asked me.
Yeah. He just posted up on an open door up there.
Is everything and everybody still in there?
Okay. I put a new line for each time someone went in and then marked them when they came out. That way it's easier to read.
Oh, okay. Let's do that then.
You still here, Hemi? You might have stepped away for a minute.
Yeah, I was away from keyboard for a second. I had to go get me a drink.
Oh, all right, no problem. I didn't hear you for if you were still talking and I cut you off. I didn't mean to. My volume went out.
It's okay. That's been, I don't know. I done forgot what I was talking about anyway. That's been a while back ago.
We'll get back to it. If you remember, just let me know.
I'm gonna keep it the same format.
We'll type that out later or something.
Yeah.
Photocopy it. His camera's not working for some reason. It's all glitched out.
Welcome, Firebox. Tease was late to Birdie Stream, so came over here, and I'm late here. You're good. We just started with it, so no worries.
Okay.
No, detectives don't wear uniforms. They just wear plain clothes for the most part.
Oh, I remember. It was the comment about Kaylee looking into other cases, like the drowning at the bridge, like in the other case where it was suicidal cases. I was saying that maybe she was looking into something, and they didn't want that out.
Right. Yeah, we talked about that like a couple years ago, being a probable like motive for something that came out that they didn't want to come out.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But yeah, I was also thinking about all the body cams that we have seen, the numerous times where they was walked upon was these noise complaints, and that we all thought it was kind of odd as well. It's just that this house was targeted for some reason, and not saying that the law enforcement has something to do with it, but it's odd because time and time again we're getting noise complaints, even when the noise complaints was not even noise complaints. It's just because they had a speaker sitting in the back door, and just because the speaker just sitting there, it's a noise complaint. We just warned them. We want to come down here and warn you.
I think it's because they've had previous noise complaints, and there's other reasons I think too. I'm not going to get into those. It's just a thought, but I think that was ridiculous. But yeah, I agree with you. Definitely something that didn't need to happen.
So it's kind of like taking a 1,000-piece puzzle and trying to put it all together, and we're just missing pieces.
Right.
You know?
Absolutely.
Let's follow up on that. Let's see. Okay, we got noise complaints. Okay, let's dig deeper than that.
Well,
what else was going on?
And
what else drug? I'm sorry.
I was just gonna say this statement that Angel made was Ethan or Kaylee trying to get Hudson Lindau's drowning ruled as a homicide. Here's the thing. I said this a couple weeks back, Angel. This is a good point. I found out that Ethan, Xana, and Kaylee, Ethan, Maddie, and Kaylee were at the party the night that Lindau got so drunk that he went and ended up drowning in a mud puddle, basically. That I have to wonder, do they know something else from that night that they could have given information to that would have made that look a lot different? And I've been wondering that ever since I realized that they were there that night with him and that he was very close to Ethan, and that maybe some people didn't want that information to come out. It's just a thought, Angel, but that's a very good point.
Even looking into why Kaylee, Maddie, I think it was all but the roommates, was out of fraternities.
Well, that too. That's another good point. Yeah.
So
same
what,
here.
What happened? What happened there? Why did they do that? Is it?
There's a few different reasons. I agree with you that I'm curious about things that, to be honest with you. Yeah. Right, senor. 3 victims were at the party that Hudson died afterwards. And that's what my thing is. I've been following that thought too for a while now, senor. So
I'm just saying, because if something was to happen and there was a narrative that was going on, and they're basically saying, no, fuck your narrative. That's not happening. That's not, we're not going to sit here and lie for you, because there's something that's been going on for years, apparently, or for a while anyway, that they're protecting. It's crazy to me. I've never seen this.
Agreed.
Never seen this, especially out of a small town. And I know small towns know that, shit, everybody knows everybody, and everybody gossip because they ain't got nothing else to do but sitting on their hands all damn day and talk about other people. So I know that.
All right.
Right. My opinion.
That could, yeah, no, very good point. And Steven, that's got a good point too. Something I was thinking of is if there was a CI in the house, that could be what they were informing on. It could have been a couple things, but that's something too, that there could have been a background investigation going on into what happened to Hudson, and somebody brought up some points to them and they were informing on that, trying to get some information possibly. Very, very good point, Steven. And again, something I was thinking about as well. Thank you, sir.
I mean, we all know what happens with snitches. We've always heard that old saying, snitches, it always ends up in ditches. I mean, it is what it is. So having a CI and somebody find out that we already know that there's law enforcement that's been inside these fraternities due
Right.
to that agreement. Why you need a CI?
Right.
You're embedded with them. So that's another thing too. This whole town needs to be investigated. Point blank. Federal or
Agreed.
somebody needs to step in this town and start looking at this, because you have people, since this crime happened, they are long gone. Some folks are probably still there. That's a red flag. I mean, everywhere that I'm looking at this whole situation is a complete red flag. And I heard somebody said something about don't look down in Idaho. Well, Idaho allowed this to happen. And this is not just, this is above freaking, this is up there in federal. That's high on top of the food chain. And somebody needs to step in and look at this shit.
Agreed. And yeah, I agree with Senor as well with that too. Very possible. Thank you, Busy.
Maybe we need to look at not just Idaho, but our college system and across the country. Because if hazing, and I know that's been going on for years, but God forbid we send our kids to school or in high school and hope and praying that they come back in one piece, because our schools are under attack. Now we have to worry about a grown young adults going to college, getting a degree, and having all this future is wide open. But there's something about this town or something about the school they're protecting, and people are dying, and we're not looking at that. We're just saying that that's just suicides. There's a reason why people are losing their lives here. We're not just going to look at that and say, hey, maybe we need to really just do a good investigation in this, because this is half-assed done, Dago.
Well, it makes me wonder if that could be part of what the parallel investigations that were going on in town were about, possibly already. If they were looking into things that were going on around here that had been happening that shouldn't be. Could be a combination of things, to be honest with you. And I agree with you too, Senor. Ethan was helping to build a case against the Pratt for cause 100%. That could have been why he was bounced. So on and so forth. They blamed it on grades, so on and so forth. But yeah, no, I definitely thought those same things, Senor. But yeah, very interesting. Hey, Terry, good to see you. Miss Girl, good to see you. You remember the video I sent you 2 years ago? It was a ABC News report about the white car that was seen. The reporter said that they know there was a second person in the vehicle. I do remember that. It's been a minute, but yes, I do. God, I'd like to see that one again. It's been a while. Very interesting, Miss Girl. Very interesting.
And it's also funny.
Hold on one second. Sorry, Hemi. At this point, I obviously know that I believe that that's not Brian's car. Okay, there's a 2-door car that has tinted windows, that has fog lights, that I think, and it's a white Elantra, that's the car that they need to be looking at. And whoever's in that car is who they need to be talking to, in my opinion. That's all I'm going to say about that. That's all I have on that as of right now. But a 2-door white Elantra with tinted windows that has fog lights is the vehicle, in my opinion, that should be being scrutinized, and whoever's driving that vehicle, whoever's in that car, are the people that need to be looked into. So I do remember that, Miss Girl. If you can find that, send that to me again by chance. Thank you, dear. Michelle Weddle, welcome. Go ahead, Hemi. I'm sorry.
It was just my thought about that, though, Dago, is if you put yourself in their shoes, right? You just did a quadruple homicide. Every cop in town is going to be looking for you in that car. So what you going to do with that? You're just going to wreck the shit out of it and dump it on the side of the road, just the way they left that car.
Yeah, welcome, Michelle. I agree.
So it just goes to show you how piss poor investigating they did in this. That you much rather pick on, or I wouldn't say pick on. Well, might as well. You done damaged his character so damn bad. But just because he's got a white Elantra, well, it's a 4-door. Yeah, but these people can't count. They was looking for a 2-door, but here we go with a 4-door. Let's not mention the snap-on fog lights he's got underneath the hood. We can't dismiss that. But we got this broken down white launcher just left abandoned. We're just going to ignore that. We don't have nothing to do with that. We want to make sure we get this guy.
Right. Welcome, Buffalo. I agree. All right, on we go with this. I'm probably, like I said, I'm gonna scrub through some of this because he's probably standing here a lot doing mine. I'm trying to catch any interaction or conversation they have to pick up on what these people were saying I should be listening for. So we shall see. But good points, Hemi, as always. Good points. Yeah, if you can hear the whispering. I am Buffalo. Thank you.
There's some.
I believe it, man.
What's coming up, dude?
What's up, brother? You good?
Hmm?
You doing all right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no worries, man.
Click to the Sunday.
I believe it, man.
I think they were saying there was 50, not 1,000, buddy, 50, Troy, in town, not 50,000. That'd be a lot of agents. That'd be a lot of agents, bud. But yeah, there were 50 from my understanding in town that were blended in with college students, so on and so forth, from what we were told at the beginning. But still, very, very huge point. Thank you, Mikey. Appreciate you, buddy.
Any leads? No.
No, not much further than what I got here, really. That's just what it takes for fucking whatever.
Yeah.
No, I mean, there's some. Yeah. No, not really.
Right.
We just got this place had some cameras on the front side.
Yes, from what I understood, they were kind of dressed as college students, some of them acting as college students, blending in, mixing in with the other students, trying to figure out something. I've never gotten fact details on that, but that's the way it was explained to me, along with DEA agents as well. I have no way to verify this, folks. There is no way to verify it, but that's what we were told in the very beginning 3 years ago. So, and there was a couple people that interviewed that stated, yeah, one in particular, the Dave interview, he said, yeah, they were there and they knew they were there. So there's that too, just to keep in mind. But thank you. Thanks for being here, by the way, Troy. I appreciate you joining us, brother. It's what it reminds me of too, is 21 Jump Street, 100%. Just the real shit instead. My name's Jeff. Thank God he's not here. Did the CIs know each other or know who the other CIs know? Who the other CIs know who was an acting CI or was? Well, I'm sure it was all kept secret, but the understanding we had, if this is true, Terry, is that there was one within the house. Anybody else within the vicinity that was something, they're not going to tell each other who they are. But just saying. Welcome back, Meg.
Mm-hmm.
My name's Jeff.
Gotcha.
We got their SD card here a minute ago. So.
Yeah, I know the close.
And that's true, Firebox. Here's the thing. They get mad at all of us because they say we're conspiracy theorists because of this, that, and everything. They've done this to themselves because they've completely withheld the truth on purpose. So if you don't want people to come up with conspiracies or any kind of a thought that doesn't fit what the narrative is, then why are you not telling the truth on it? Just be honest, tell the truth up front, and nobody will do it. That would have eliminated that from the beginning, but they didn't, and this is what they get. So you have to expect it, is all I'm saying.
This also
campus is at Nez Perce and Blake. There might be a camera on Target Hall, but I'm not sure. I'd have to ask Bruce. Jesus Christ.
Wait, what was that statement? Let's try that again. Oh, of course they redacted it. Anybody read his lips? So he mutes it.
Jesus Christ.
So whatever he just told him made him say Jesus Christ. Wonder what that statement was. Maybe it was that there's a CI in the house. Who knows? Welcome, State Weaver.
Pretty clean. Yeah.
That's a fact too, Shay, because that's why I have the t-shirt in my merch shop now. It says, I need new conspiracy theories. All mine have come true. Thank you to Docket Decoder for that. I think it's more than that, Terry. He told him something. They muted their cam. One of them Jesus, Brzezinski muted his cam, and when he did that, Gunderson told him something, and then he unmuted and he said, Jesus Christ. So he told him something, in my opinion. I figured as much, Troy. No worries, buddy. Oh, this is the guy that's got the gas problems. He burped like 300 times. What's up, Buggles? Exactly. Exactly with that too, senor. Right, Brian, right. Officer Gasinski. It's interesting that they got these generators running. I don't expect there to be a lot in this one. Most of it's all him standing here while Warner goes and eats, I guess, and gives himself gas. Good God, there's nothing. It's getting dark as he's standing there. 4:19. Oh, Warner's back. Okay. Will we drop the link to Willie's channel, please? Honestly, Angel, we used to do it all the time as medics and stuff. I mean, it happens. You gotta kind of get used to it. Thank you, Meg. There's a link right there. Who asked for that? Donna. There it is on screen. It's in chat.
You what? Is it this pen?
Yeah.
You gave it to me.
Okay. I was like, shoot, I lost it. I'm heading back to start typing.
You want to see if someone there, if they're not busy, maybe like Stirk or someone?
70. I'll have somebody come up.
Is he, well, they're probably busy. Maybe one of the guys that came in that's not interviewing.
So there's actually just another open door up there. That's why we're hanging out up there.
No one's got, is it not part of it?
It's just a post. It's just a post, but it's that. Yeah.
Do they need one up there?
No, we are tracking it though.
Okay. So they're just going around then when they rotate?
Yeah, when they go around, but I guess I'm out now. So
yeah, I just marked you out, so.
What was that there? Hold on a minute. That was kind of cryptic. Hold on. Let's hear that again.
Probably busy. You what? Is it this pen?
Yeah.
You gave it to me.
Okay. I was like, shoot, I lost it. I'm heading back to start typing.
You want to see if someone there, if they're not busy, maybe like Stirk or someone?
70. I'll have somebody come up.
Is he, well, they're probably busy. Maybe one of the guys that came in that's not interviewing.
There's actually just another open door up there. That's why we're hanging out up there.
No one's got, is it not part of this?
It's just a post. It's just a post, but it's that. Yeah.
Do they need one up there?
No, we are tracking it though.
So that back door, the slider door, he's saying is a post. And they're tracking something with that back door. So, I'm wondering.
Okay. So they're just going around then when they rotate?
Yeah, when they go around, but I guess I'm out now. So
yeah, I just marked you out, so yeah, if you want to see if someone wants to come so I can at least go get de-thawed.
Yeah.
I don't know what Stirk's doing, but we're in out. Yeah. If not, I'll just wait. Said if not, I'll just wait.
He was talking about the slider in the back where Smith was at. Jesus, again? Dude, some Tums or something. Right. Or Binsky. Jesus, bro. He did it like 3 times. What's up, Joanne?
Are they just getting ready? Are they just waiting for?
Like, all we're probably missing is his birthday.
What's that? Yeah. Warner's going to see if there's a...
When he says up there, Angel, because they're on the ground floor, I think he means like the second floor, which is up in the back. It's on the second level, and it's up higher. That's why I think he's pointing at that, because that's the only post I saw them had that they were holding another officer at was the back screen or the back slider in the kitchen.
If Stirk or somebody could come hang out for a minute. Yeah. Warner, he's going to go see if someone's not busy. How you doing? You doing all right? Are they just getting ready? Are they just waiting for the warrant to get signed before they go in? Yeah.
So it's 4:30 in the afternoon, and they're still waiting on a warrant, which makes no sense to me, but okay. And I'm kind of confused because knowing the situation in here, I can't imagine why you would need a warrant. I don't know. Maybe I understand that wrong, I guess. Are you taking off, Angie B? Thank you for joining us. I appreciate you. Hope to see you again soon and have a great rest of your day, Miss Angie. Thank you for being here with us. We appreciate you. You gonna say something, Hemi?
No, I was pretty much beating a dead horse in my thoughts of where's the sense of urgency? It's getting dark. It's getting dark. We haven't even began to investigate what's really happening in the house.
Oh, she's saying cover your ass, not see ya. Sorry about that, Ange. Yeah, I know what you're saying, bud.
We're still getting warrants, and this has been called in at what 12 noon, and we're still getting warrants. What warrants are we getting?
Well, here's the only problem I can think of is that it's Sunday. I think so, Mittens. It's Sunday, and it's hard to maybe get certain things because nobody's in government offices, so on and so forth. No, the Jeep's still there. Everything's still there. Nothing else has moved. They've just been basically screwing around all day long. They could have had the coroner in the house. They could have done a lot of things that they haven't.
And we're just making slight conversations, and as a security guy guarding the door, we're just making. How you doing today? Today's just another day, Bob.
Yeah, well, they've been here for hours now, and right. Why did they not allow the coroner to go in? What were they waiting for? They secured the scene at noon, a little bit after. I'm sure that they wanted to do a couple things, but they didn't need to do all this. She could have went in here. She could have taken custody of the bodies, did this, did that, but they still, you guys know this, here in about an hour, the prosecutor shows up with his assistant, which is out of line to me. I'm sorry. I know I bitch about it a lot, and a lot of people don't. I think it's wrong. I truly do. He doesn't need to be there before the coroner, in my opinion.
We even got the trailer sitting out in the front yard.
ISP's been there. Yeah, they've been there for quite a while too, and they're not able to do anything either until this warrant gets here, supposedly. So this is just weird. Very weird is all I'm saying.
I get it's lack of training. Y'all are set up pretty much as security patrol, not even a police department. And something happens in your neck of the woods, and y'all act just casual like today's just another day. Let's forget about that. We got 4 dead bodies sitting up there, and then
again, like Wazowski just said, this is what my thought was. If we have a homicide, we have 4 of them, okay? And I didn't think you needed a warrant to have to deal with this. That's what I didn't think so either, but he says, in my opinion, they're waiting to start searching for what they want to find, which is a good point, sir. Welcome, Cynthia Rose. Good to see you. They have to have to remove any evidence, probably in that aspect, but still, like, again, the coroner could have went in here way earlier, guys, and how that could have been dealt with already.
Well, as many times as we've seen Gunnarsson and everybody else walking all over this dang on house, my question is, who planted the night sheet? And we have ample amount of time to do that. I mean, if everybody already
done that 3-4 times now by now.
This is just crazy. You don't act this odd unless you already know what happened and how it happened and why it happened and the way it happened.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Hey, Fancy's in the house. Nothing happens. It's a multi-person dwelling, separate apartments, almost better safe than sorry. If it was, yeah. Police do not need a warrant to enter and secure a homicide scene, but they do need a warrant to search and collect evidence. Right, and that's probably what they're waiting on. But like I said, maybe because it's Sunday, it's hard to get a warrant. So on and so. I mean, I'm just saying it's a small town. Maybe that's the problem. I don't know, but this is insane that they have to wait all damn day to do this shit.
So they can enter the residence and be able to take pictures with their cell phones,
which is what they did. Yeah, but they can't remove anything and they can't tag anything in that aspect, which is ridiculous as like evidence or anything. Hence the reason why ISP's sitting out here doing nothing. It's insane to me. The whole thing is weird. Anyway, we're about done with this one, so.
That was last weekend. It was, I think it was senior week. Because they did the seniors and stuff on the football team during the game. So it might have been senior week or senior day or whatever.
The weekend before was Parents' Weekend. That's probably what he's talking about.
That's more from athletics. I don't know. Yeah, that's what I heard.
Not that I remember altruistic. That's a good point.
I'll let you guys sing, just whenever.
Warmer?
My hands are warm. I mean, I'm good. I'm just trying to keep the blood flowing.
I got mine down my chest.
Oh, do you?
Want it?
Go upside. Good. I wouldn't be able to feel it anyways. I'd have to shove it down my vest somehow.
Mine's on inside my
Oh, is it? Yeah, I was out in St. John. We just got done hunting. We were eating lunch. And Aaron called me.
What are you eating at?
The Rialto in St. John. Just a little hole in the wall.
You ate a cheeseburger.
No, I had a Buffalo's chicken sandwich. Delicious. He's like, did anybody? He's like, anybody call you? I'm like, no. And then he told me, and I was like, I'm.
So Fizzy just dropped this in here and says, hold on. Police generally need a warrant to enter and search a home once any immediate emergency has ended. Even if it is the scene of a quadruple homicide. Under the Fourth Amendment, a home has the highest expectation of privacy. A homicide does not cancel constitutional protections. Evidence collected illegally can be suppressed, excluded, cause entire cases to collapse, and so investigators are extremely careful. Well, that, again, would explain, which is kind of what I kind of thought, but thank you for reiterating that. We appreciate that, Busy. Welcome, Tattoo Girl, or Gal. Sorry about that.
I'm going to start driving that way. Well, I didn't even drive. We were with the whole family, and Jordan's up from post, so we went, or him and I woke up at like 4:30 this morning to get out before everyone else. So he dropped me off here. So I'll probably have to come up and pick me up.
How's he doing?
It's good. They got like 18 class days left. So he's ready to be back. Yeah, like four. Yeah.
I agree, Miss Hangman.
Did I just hear this man say he got picked up at 4 o'clock in the morning and he's been standing there and been dropped off right there?
No. They were hunting. It sounds like they all went hunting. It was that time of year. And he got up early and got out to go hunting. And then when they were done, they stopped at a restaurant to eat. And he got the call when he was eating that this happened. And so he came in. That's all.
They only have like a couple days for Thanksgiving break that's coming up. Are there any leads or anything? No.
I mean, I have no idea what's. All I know is what you've seen. I didn't talk to anybody.
Yeah.
I think.
All I heard is what you guys.
I think they might have a time frame. Right, based off what.
Payne has been at the station since 1 or 1:30 in the afternoon, doing interviews and reports. From my understanding, he didn't show up here till the same time the prosecutor did.
Witnesses.
Well, yeah, that would be stretching.
Yeah.
Well,
kind of like this. Yeah, it's like
right, or whatever. Yeah. Yeah, I just figured I'd show up. No one even asked me to come. I'm just going to show up. I figured I could be used somehow.
Usually, you wait because you want someone will show up. Like I don't know if Tyson was trying to get like one of you here, and then after a couple hours, switch you out. You know?
Yeah. Well, he didn't even. Aaron called Tyson or texted him and said, "Hey, do you need my help or anything?" And he said, "Yeah, just come in and start taking calls."
Tyson did.
To Aaron. So.
Oh yeah, to Aaron.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Usually, it's like
yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Everybody up right at the beginning.
Is Brett and Jason and do they leave or?
I have no idea.
Because there's like 2 full patrol teams here. Have you haven't really left here yet? I'm assuming. Yeah. I could think of a colder day.
Yeah.
In Belleville.
Being such a wuss, when it's cold, everybody calling me out pulling my jacket all the time.
I never wear my jacket, and I'm like, I'm gonna bring my jacket.
So you need to really.
What were you doing?
Send it to PD.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Warner said you needed to leave.
Oh, I told him to go get Stirk, but.
Well, Casey doesn't want any of his guys on this call because they're handling control stuff.
Okay. Well, go hang out and then we'll figure out what's going on.
Are you rolling?
Yeah. All in mine.
Pretty much, they were in the meeting room.
Now, that was an interesting statement. Casey doesn't want any of his guys on this call. They're all on patrol stuff. Wonder who Casey is. I'm about to look into that. What's up, Witchy? That's interesting. It may be nothing, but it's still an interesting statement. All right. Let's see here. Give me 1 minute.
We're talking about takeout orders and ship to shit, basically. That's what they did.
Yeah, that's all it was.
It's crazy. That's just crazy to me. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I can't relate. I don't know. Wow.
Yes, they are actually. Yeah, you heard that. 2 full patrol teams. And if they're not out in front, where are they? I know 3 o'clock. That's it. That's my question too. And they don't want this Casey. I don't know if he's another uniform or detective. I don't know what the hell he is. Higher ranking officer, something anyway. He doesn't want any of his guys on this. Now, is that maybe the second shift supervisor? Maybe. But he doesn't want any of his guys on this. They're all out doing patrol stuff. That's pretty wild. I don't know. Pretty wild. You got a heated vest too. Those are nice. I had heated boots. When I was in EMS, we had heated boots. Welcome, Terry. So the next thing we're gonna do, because I didn't get to run this with you guys. I've heard it was a whole lot of nothing, but it only take a couple minutes because these aren't very long at all. This is the Adam Lauda interview. I don't know if you guys will get anything out of this. I'm sure you've all heard this already many times. So I'm just trying to cover everything on my channel as well, the way we do it. That's all.
No, my big question hasn't been answered yet, Dago.
What's that?
What did Maddie tell Adam?
Oh, he don't answer that by no means. That's facts. Can you hear me, Terry? Maybe not. Okay. Something's not right. Hold on a minute here.
Can you hear me now?
Yep, there you are.
Okay.
All right, let's get into this real quick, you guys.
Yeah, it blew my mind that Adam was never at the scene. And somebody said that he took his girlfriend home, but I'm like, I'm sorry. All those kids are over there. They're going to stop there before they go. He takes his girlfriend home. And if he does take his girlfriend home, he's going to come right back. His best friend is by himself in the back of a car.
I don't know. Could be. Maybe they stayed. Maybe they didn't allow other people to show up around there. Or I don't know. This whole thing is crazy to me.
Maybe he didn't want anything looked at, like his hands or anything.
Could be. You never know. Never know. It's a good point, though. Yeah, I'd like to see that one myself, Brian. All right, let's check it out.
This is Detective Chris Pohanka and Sergeant Dave Cortez. Date is November 18th, about 11:55 in the morning. And we are with... What's your last name? Okay. And we will start the recording as well as the interview.
All right. So basically, your name came up because I guess you're friends with... is that right? You know pretty well.
Yeah, he's my roommate.
He's your roommate? Okay.
So they're talking about Jack Decor.
How well did you know the victims of the homicide?
I've known Kaylee since freshman year. She's in the same pledge class as me, so just like hanging out with her periodically throughout the last 4 years. Been to her house in Coeur d'Alene one time, and then I knew Xana. Not as well as Kaylee, but pretty well over the last 2 years. She was up there over the summer, and I stayed in Moscow over the summer, so we hung out a couple times. But I knew Maddie just because we were in the same pledge class. I didn't like hang out with her a whole lot, but yeah.
Okay.
Wouldn't she have been?
And then, from what we understand, Kaylee and were dating before.
Yeah, so they've been dating since high school, and kind of on and off. I think they broke up like twice between that time frame. I'm pretty sure they broke up because she accepted a job in Dallas, so they were just kind of settling things before she left after semester.
Okay. Yeah. All right. How long ago did they break up?
I think 2 months ago.
2 months. All right.
Yeah. I don't know for sure, but that's kind of the estimate.
Okay.
Wait,
yeah. All right.
Can you stop for 1 second?
And then, so you knew Kaylee pretty well, and Maddie, it sounds like. Do you know if there was anybody that was angry with Kaylee, or did you ever talk to her about, her having possibly a stalker or anything like that? Was there anybody that she had ever mentioned that, kind of gave her bad vibes or, that might want to hurt her?
Nothing that I've heard at all from her. I know some girls said that have you guys heard of some walking out of Winco, someone following her a couple months ago?
No. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I don't know anything about this. I just heard this from some of her friends that she might have had someone following her out of Winco, like directly behind her into her car. And then I don't know if they heard anything else about that, but I could give you a number of someone who knows more about that.
What friends?
Yeah, her sorority sisters.
Oh, the sisters? Okay. Yeah. Anyone in specific?
I heard that from, I think she gave some statements the day of.
Do you have her phone number?
I think I do.
All right.
She's down in California now.
Okay.
Let's see if I can pull it up.
So did this person that followed her out of Winco, was he a student up there, or?
I honestly don't know really any details about it. They just kind of told me that story. If you want to write that down, that's your phone number.
Did you say something, Terry?
Yeah, I had a couple things I was going to say. One, he said he didn't know. First of all, he said she got a job in Dallas. I thought it was Austin.
I'm sorry?
He said she got a job in Dallas. I thought it was Austin.
Oh, it could have been, yeah. I'm not sure 100% where it was. I know it was in Texas, but I didn't know exactly where
Austin. Yeah, definitely. And if he took it, I mean, he should know where it is.
After the fact, yeah. That was after this all happened. But yeah, I agree.
And he didn't know Maddie very well. Although Maddie and Kaylee dated, have been friends forever. And he and Jack are best friends. So explain that.
So he was talking to Maddie that night for her to say something to him that in depth.
Exactly. That was my next statement is, why would she tell somebody she didn't know very well something that could have got them killed?
Right.
That was all I had to say. Those really caught me real quick.
I can agree. You need me to rewind, Disable, you said? Hold on. I'll go back to there. That should be good. Senior says it's funny that everyone is asked about any problems with any girls, and no one mentions the issues with Maddie Moy except for her brother, and everyone knew about it. Right. 100%. Good point. They all do this. They all do this. They all distance themselves from somebody in this. It's kind of crazy, you guys. It truly is crazy, in my opinion.
I heard that from, I think she gave some statements the day of.
Do you have her phone number?
I think I do.
All right.
She's down in California now.
Okay.
Let's see if I can pull it up.
So did this person that followed her out of Winco, was he a student up there, or?
I honestly don't know really any details about it. They just kind of told me that story. If you want to write that down. That's her phone number. Yeah, but that seems to be something kind of serious. I don't know. Something I need to know about at least.
Definitely deserves looking into. We'll talk about that and get the story from her. Maybe she's got some more details, about it. When was the last time that you saw Kaylee?
So I work at the, so it was that night.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I saw her and Maddie leave and was leaving with them.
Mm-hmm.
And then that was the last time I saw him.
Okay. So you saw them all night, basically. They were hanging out and having a little good time, and then they took off, and that's the last time you saw them.
Yeah, they said they were going to John's Alley. They're trying to get some of my friends to go over there with them, but they didn't end up going, and then they just went over there.
All right. Had they been anywhere before they showed up to the corner club, partying, or because I know there was a football game going on that weekend, and there was like Wazoo had a football game too. So it sounds like the town was, hopping.
Yeah.
So do you know if they were partying somewhere beforehand, or?
I didn't hear of anything specifically about them. I was working over it, and then I came to work after that, so I wasn't really talking to any friends or anything.
Okay. Gotcha.
What do you do?
I work for the.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, right on. And then did you know, what was it, Xana? Is that how you say her name?
Mm-hmm.
Or Xana? Did you know Xana and Ethan very well at all?
I knew Xana just from like going to parties and stuff and just talking to her there, but I didn't really know her like on a personal basis really. We hung out a couple of times over the summer. I went over there and barbecued and stuff. Just me stayed up over the summer, but other than that, nothing. I didn't really know her that personally. And I knew Ethan just based off of like fraternity stuff. Like I tried to recruit him.
Oh, okay.
When we were that would be my junior year, his freshman year.
All right. Which frat was he in?
Sigma Chi.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you know, had you heard anything? I'm sure you would have mentioned it, but I got to ask, have you heard anything of anybody wanting to target them or would have been mad at them or like a jealous person that might have wanted to harm?
Any one of them.
Yeah. Anything helps at this point.
We've been trying to like figure that out since we heard the news. Like we really have no idea. They're all really nice people. So just nothing comes to mind.
Okay. And you never heard them mention like somebody, poking around their place or, somebody watching their house or anything suspicious like that. Nothing like that. Okay. What's his personality like? I mean, where I'm going is, do you think that he could have, gotten jealous because he was at the corner club that night and maybe saw her and,
Yeah.
I mean, does he strike you as somebody that might, want to harm her?
No, he I mean, he loved her. He thought he was going to marry her. Like they had a great relationship, even when they were not together. Like he's one of like the calmest, like kindest people.
Okay.
That's just what I know of him. I mean, I've known him for the last 4 years. I've lived with him this last semester. So,
does he have? Is he like an outdoorsy guy at all, or?
He's into sports. He's a sports guy, not super outdoorsy. But
does he have any hunting equipment or camping gear up there?
I don't think so.
A knife? You ever seen him with a knife?
No.
Big knife? No, nothing like that. Okay. Is there anybody else that you think that we should talk to besides
the Short
Ava?
Sisters? Yeah.
I don't know. I gave the names and numbers of all my roommates to Agent Riggs.
Okay.
I don't think I've talked to everyone. No one really has any other information than kind of what I've said. So no name comes to mind right now.
Okay.
Well, is it okay if we have any other follow-up call you?
Yeah.
Okay.
For sure. Yeah.
Okay. Because I don't know if from this point on, if there's a need for us to come back. So, I mean, anything else could be over the phone.
Yeah.
If that's okay.
Yeah, that sounds good. Should I just save that number? That was.
That's going to be for a sergeant.
Yeah. Yeah,
That'll
you can
be
hold
it,
on
so
to
you
it.
can
Yeah.
hold on to that.
Anything that you hear or whatever, feel free to call me and pass that along. Are you planning on staying home then for just Thanksgiving break? You going back up?
Yeah, I'll probably end up going back up just to finish out the semester after Thanksgiving break, but I'll be here until then.
Okay. Perfect. Ever made any comments to you, or you overheard him say anything suspicious,
just anything,
like how dare she, or anything like that?
No, I honestly never heard him say anything bad about her, so. Yeah, I know he obviously has to be a suspect, like the ex-boyfriend type shit, but honestly, there's nothing that I could ever see.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
As if you would have said it anyway, bro. Come on now. I'm not dumb. We're not dumb.
Well, that's pretty much what we had.
Yeah.
Pretty simple. We're just out,
They didn't know that until way after. I think a month or so after Terry. They didn't have that video for a while. So.
Yeah.
So they didn't go into this interview with that knowledge to ask him that.
But why didn't he say? I mean, they gave him a perfect opportunity. Did she say? Did they say anything to you? Did you know anything?
Well, maybe it's because that they probably would have. He probably figured it. Well, if it's detrimental, then it could be a problem.
I mean, maybe it wasn't detrimental.
Then he probably would.
I ain't thought about that.
If it was something of any importance, then he would have said, it's not coming out what I'm trying to say. Welcome, Kat. What I'm trying to say is if he knows, let me say it this way. If Adam knows that whatever she said to him could have caused this, and there's something that he could be involved in, he's not going to tell them. If it had nothing to do with this, in my opinion, he would have said something about it, in my opinion. So that's why, and I could be wrong, but that's how I see this possibly.
There you go. Do you think that he might be protecting Jack? I'm sorry, I'm blanking his name.
Sure, I've always said that. If Jack had anything to do with anything at all, of course he would. He's his friend, his roommate.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that he's all familiar with the drama about the boyfriend-girlfriend thing, okay? I get that.
And I'll say that, too. He just said, and I promise you that was a blatant lie, okay? He just said, I've never heard him say anything bad about Kaylee. You're a fucking liar, dude. You're a liar. They broke up. Jack was like, that fucking this and that, blah, blah, blah. She's a bitch, stuff like that, because they broke up. I'm sure there's been negative comments made at some point. You're lying. You're protecting your friend, in my opinion. Whether or not he said it on a regular basis, maybe not, but the dude has said something negative about her at some point somewhere. They broke up, for Christ's sakes. There's going to be statements made, so why are you lying?
So if Jack D said, you know what, I think I'm fixing to kill this bitch to him, and he wouldn't bat an eye at that. He wouldn't say shit about it.
Boys are boys, bros are bros. You know how this shit goes, guys. I mean, it's sick, you know.
Well, do you remember we heard that Jack was having a really hard time with it?
Yes, that's why I said, like,
and he says, "Oh no, nothing was wrong. He was fine about it."
Again, he's not. He's lying. He's lying about that, in my opinion. He's lying about the fact that Jack never made one negative comment about her. I think he's lying about that too.
And she was going to Dallas. He didn't even. I mean, come on. And then that's the reason that they broke up, is because she was going to Dallas, where she wasn't even going.
Well, that's been stated by more than one person too, so I don't know. There's definitely some shit that's wrong with this, so I'll be honest with you guys.
Oh, he lied his butt off.
I know of at least 2 things he said so far that were lies. I'll put it that way. So,
yeah. I mean, if he has something like that, a very incriminating conversation or something of that magnitude, and this happens, you would give that up, I would think, because if you didn't, and you're sitting here, you're lying, you're protecting people, you're just as guilty as the persons that actually did the crime.
If anybody ever finds out about it, sure. I agree. We don't know for sure. Bethany said that she wasn't. Right. This is a good point, Fancy. I agree.
But see, we dig into stuff like that. Now we're talking about there has been conversations that was previously led up to that night of something, no doubt, that Maddie had to share with Adam. Maybe Terry can attest to this. When girls are having relationship issues, like breaking up with a boyfriend, like Kaylee was doing to Jack D, there's conversations between the girls about that relationship, right?
Sure.
So there's information that Maddie was having with Kaylee about that relationship that only Maddie and Kaylee or Kaylee would know. Kind of like the same conversations that Adam was having with Jack D about that.
Exactly. Especially with Jack D was having problems.
So if you couldn't reach Jack D, you knew you could probably reach him through Adam. Mm-hmm. So who's better to send Maddie out to talk to Adam about a relationship issue with Jack D to Adam?
I don't know. We watched the
just saying.
Whatchamacallit, the Corner Club footage, the newer version of it the other night, and there's some interesting points in there to watch. I'll say that much.
I would love to get the unredacted version of that just to see, put the faces on everybody just to see who was all there, you know.
There are. Say, Ginger, hey, good to see you. There's a few. It's a little less. The newer one is a little bit less redacted than the other one was. Just the clouds aren't as many. Now,
was Jake D there that night?
Yes, he was there. Nothing. Ava Wood, I never heard her mention a boyfriend. Yeah, I didn't either. But it'd be wild if she was Adam's girlfriend. That would be real wild, considering how she inserted herself. You guys know how I feel about that already. So yeah.
Why would they not have the video by that time? I mean, it happened on the 13th. This is the 18th. This is a week later. They went and collected video right away that day.
What video are you talking about, Terry?
Where
the girls walking from the Corner Club to the grub truck.
Yeah.
That same day they sent people to go collect video everywhere.
My understanding was they didn't realize that video existed until a couple weeks afterwards, from my understanding. I'll have to look back to see exactly when, but that's what I remember hearing.
Because if they had knowledge of that, they had to bring that up to Adam. That's the whole point of it.
So 100%. That's why I believe
it had with you.
Yes, that definitely should have been something that was brought up. But they, like I said, from my understanding, they had no idea that video existed for a couple weeks after. So
I just can't believe that. I don't believe that. I think
okay, well,
I mean, with a week, I mean, that's a whole week that they could go get it. And that's
because
them
it's
talking
not about going and getting it, Terry.
That's-
They didn't know that video was there. From my understanding, it was they didn't know it existed. Like that camera was there. It was off the side of a bank or something like that, and they didn't know it caught that conversation until they were doing their canvassing throughout the area, and it took them a while to get to that point.
It's crazy to me because they never followed back up on that though, Dago. Even through this whole time, they could have came up through the discovery of that video. We go, hey, let's get this guy back in. We need to have a talk with him.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Because this got bought up.
After the fact, yeah.
Follow up on this.
Yeah, I would have if I was a law enforcement officer, after seeing or hearing that, I would have said, we need to have another talk. Yeah, of course. I agree with that.
That just goes to show you they never follow up on any damn thing. They just rush through these daggone interviews and didn't get shit out of it. I'm just saying that because it just points out the issues with law enforcement in their investigation into this. It was bullshit. Complete bullshit.
Yep.
You could have had 2 officers with Jack D knowing that was your number 1 suspect with Brett Payne and grilling his ass. But you didn't do that. They didn't do that. They handled everybody with kid gloves. They're college students, so let's put the hand gloves on. Get the kids' gloves on. We can't run them off. My God.
Right.
What's that?
I agree with you on that, Senor, as well. Like I said, and that's what I was saying. I probably didn't say it right because like I said, I'm not all the way here today. If Maddie told Adam that she was pregnant and it was his, and then his girlfriend killed her, just kidding. Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
No, what I meant about this one here, if Keely told Adam something inconsequential, he may think nothing of it, but if it caused her death, then he would not say it anyway. And that's what I was trying to say. I agree with that. Because then he would feel like that could have something, he could be held accountable for it. And that, at that point, is something I truly think they would think that with.
And if you look at it that way, and knowing that the way things worked out, and you had this information beforehand, that would fuck with your conscience.
Well, here's
if
the
you
thing.
had any conscience at all. I'm just saying.
Here's the thing. Like, what? Even if they were to play that video back in front of him and say, now, can you explain to us what this is all about? What are the odds that he would tell the fucking truth anyway? I can't imagine that he would. So it doesn't make any damn difference. At least in my opinion, it doesn't. Because I don't think he would. These kids they hide each other, their secrets. They keep secrets. This is the way they are, and they always do this kind of shit to protect each other, regardless of what the situation is. I think it's pretty sad. So,
I mean, I get it. You're playing the good cop. You're not playing the bad cop right away, but you know as well as I do, Senior, if you know somebody's lying, you caught him in a lie, you grill his ass. You know he's lying.
Well, wouldn't they have been able to tell in the autopsy if she was pregnant or not?
Yeah. If anybody was pregnant, it would have been an extra added charge because it would have been the death of the embryo or child as well.
Right.
Whatever it is, at that point. So yeah, that's why I've never went there, because in the very beginning I thought that could have been a plausible reason. But then, like I said, there would have been an extra added charge to that never got thrown in there. So I never really went there with that ever because of that.
It's like when you have a group of people and you're getting all this information and it's all mirroring the same. So we ain't got no problem with that. But we get to this part here. Now, this is conflicting this statement. This statement is conflicting that statement. Now, we need to work on this statement because this is not adding up. You bring that person back in. You play the bad cop role. You're not trying to say, well, this person said this, so this. No. this is an issue. This is an area that we need clarity on. And if you don't get it, then you play the bad cop role. And you grill them the truth until they tell you they flat out just not going to tell you the truth at all. Then you can amp that up and say, okay, I'm going to put the handcuffs on you and be done with it.
Well, that's, I don't know. It just, it really bothers me and has from the get-go why Adam didn't show up to, all those kids were over there and Jack is sitting in the back of a car and he supposedly has been having problems, mental problems, and yet Adam never comes over there for his friend.
No idea.
Is it like an everyday occurrence that somebody just be willing to, hey, can I sit in the back of your SWAT car? I'm kind of cold. And we just allow people to do that? I mean, is that an everyday occurrence in Moscow?
Yeah, that's a good question, Senor. Is that normal?
I mean, is that a normal behavior?
There's a lot of things about this that are beyond abnormal. So none of this surprises me. None of it. Anyway, let me finish this up because we're at the end of it here and see what else he can not tell about or whatever.
Shaking the bushes, basically seeing if there's anything that anybody heard or, you know, about the girls that, especially, you know, somebody that might have been trying to stalk her or, you know, showed a lot of interest in her, or maybe she had, you know, her or some of the other girls might have, you know, scorned someone and they got pissed off, you know. So that's kind of the direction that we're looking at right now. Mm-hmm. But again, you know, we don't know at this point. You know, we don't know if it was just a random act or if, you know, somebody targeted them. So anything at all that you think, you know, even if you don't think it could be helpful, you know, just feel free to shoot me a text or call me, you know, like, hey, I heard this, or you might want to talk to this person or whatever.
Any sort of little detail that just pops in all of a sudden, just don't hesitate.
Yeah, since you kind of, you know, we're running in the same circle, you know, it sounds like with them and some of the friends, you know. So
yeah, we'll do it for sure.
All right.
You guys know.
Okay, good deal.
All right. Well, it is 12:05. We're going to stop the recording.
God, that was the shortest interview too.
Anyway, it's just very disappointing in the law enforcement and how they conducted these interviews and interrogations, or if you want to call it that. They're all interviews, and they all was scripted, and that's just my opinion. But it's just odd. But hey, they got their guy. So
it was a terrifying experience, you know. I imagine the most shook up one was probably Steve. He was only like 17. I think he actually lied about his age to get the job out there.
Yeah, I was 17, so I was the kid.
Jesus, sorry guys, my fucking mouse got stuck again. Anyway,
who is that?
Another story I have in here. 1 minute. 1 minute. Sorry.
I was watching some good crime documentaries last night. It was pretty cool.
Hang on here. Let me get out of this.
That's the thing that I was going to say earlier. What we don't know is what Brian's thinking. That's the thing. I mean, we all seeing this for what it is. Clearly, we all know that he's innocent, but we can say that all day long. But until Brian Koberger decides he wants to peel this thing, it is what it is. And I guess I'm wired differently. Think that I couldn't be able to give up my whole life for this.
Yeah, well, we can all say that until we're pronounced with this situation in our lives. That's why I can't say, like, what I would do, 100%. So
I hope none of us ever have this situation.
no, and that's why we do what we do, because this could happen to anybody, and then we don't want to see this happen to anybody. So where'd it go? Somebody sent me. Oh yeah, real quick first. Let me show you guys this. This is insane to me. Where'd it go?
Thank you, Michelle. Keep me in your prayers. I'm just, it's just, I can't even fathom to give up my whole life for something that I know.
I had no idea that was happening today, Kristen. Nobody said a word to me about it. What is that? Why are you telling me about it now? No, he didn't say a word to me. Nobody did. No clue until just now. What time is it? 4? Yeah, we got an hour.
See, that's what needs to happen is we need to find out. Would love to find out. I would say that. Would love to find out what are they thinking about this. I mean, we all know what mainstream's doing. It's bullshit. But
real quick here, Senor Wazowski sent this over, guys. And most of you guys that watch his show, you already know this, but this blows my mind. I wanted to show this to you real quick. So, of course, Wazowski has been trying to FOIA stuff and all sorts of things to get information on this because he's been digging deep. And this is what he gets back from them this time, okay? City of Moscow received your public records request. And from my understanding, what he was doing is he was trying to get the surveillance footage, okay? This is insane to me. Completely insane. Received your public records request on January 11th to 26th. The request asked for access to and a copy of the first hour 1 of the 99-hour archive of the exterior surveillance footage associated with the residence located at 1122 King Road, Moscow, Idaho, as referenced in Moscow Police Department case number blah, blah, blah. Pursuant to Idaho, 1 second. Okay, so pursuant to Idaho Code 74-103, the city shall either grant or deny a person's request to examine copy public records. Please be advised that a search for the requested record was conducted and no records of exterior surveillance footage from 1122 King Road, Moscow were identified to exist. Therefore, your request is being denied. You've got to be kidding me. This is insane. In compliance with the requirements of Idaho Code 74-103, the city attorney for Moscow has reviewed your request. You have the right to appeal, blah, 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 and all this other stuff. This is bullshit. They know that there's at least some form of exterior surveillance, whether it be from the 1112 cam or anything else. Hey, Robin, good to see you, dear. Here's the thing. They wanted to charge $7,500. Are you kidding me? That's pure and utter absolute extortion, period. It is absolute insane.
Yeah, that's their way of making you go away, basically. They don't want to give that out, man.
Hey, Essie, I'm trying, you guys. I'm trying. My head's clouding. I have to keep blowing my nose and stuff. That's why I keep muting and stuff. Sorry about that. But it's insane. It's $7,500 for surveillance footage. And there's no real, and now they're saying that it doesn't exist. Come on now. This is such bullshit.
It exists, but you're just gonna, you either pay for it or you go away. That's what they want. They want you to go away. They don't want you to dig around them. No, they don't want the truth to come out.
It's purely ridiculous. So 1 minute here. Somebody sent me an email yesterday of something I thought was kind of interesting. It's one of the 11/12 footage videos, but they did something to it. Well, they didn't do something to it, but oh wait, how they added exterior only surveillance was mentioned, never inner or outer. Oh yeah. I was supposed to point that out, and I didn't see the other email until after the fact. It says make sure you point out how they added exterior only surveillance was mentioned and never inner or outer. This is the first time exterior is ever mentioned. Please and thank you for that there, Wazowski. Seriously. That's a point. A very big point, in my opinion. 1 minute here, you guys. There was something else here that was sent to me. I wanted to show you guys that I thought was kind of wild. 1 minute here. As soon as I find it. Oh, okay, yeah. Miss Gail sent this to me. Something she found on another channel. The channel creator's name, he's been in here, is Brian Koberger 3D. This is wild. Not wild, but it's definitely interesting the way that they put this together. So I want to show you guys this and get your feelings on this. Let me see here. All right, hold on. You got to listen and pay attention to this. Watch this.
Car passed by 1119. That car passed by 1119 King Road, dropped someone off, walks inside 1119 King Road. As soon as the car passed the corner of King Road Taylor Ave, the car starts to blink for its life. Maybe just as a signal for...
And I never paid attention to this before, but these lights, when that car goes down the road, the lights do start blinking on and off, like the four-ways are on or something. It's weird. I never noticed that before. Yeah, I'll be going over there chilling.
The real DoorDash driver. Have a look how long it's blinking. After 27 seconds, this guy appears in front of the camera and circled the area around 1122 King Road, passing by their neighbors at first. Came back, maybe checking after, knocking at the kitchen sliding glass door if someone is at home, and possible give the signal via smartphone to this car with the sign on the roof, which drove to that corner, drop at the minimum 3 persons off, who went straight between the brown apartments into 1122 King Road, hiding for the roommates in order to surprise them. Like the guy mentioned in the court documents, hiding inside 1122.
It goes kind of quick, so I thought that was kind of interesting. That flashing light thing, so on and so forth. I never saw that. I wasn't seeing it in the other video. I wasn't paying attention, I guess, but that's the blinker of another car that's sitting at the stop sign. So it looks like it's like 2 sets of lights blinking. That's what the weird thing was. Gotcha. Thank you. All right. Hold on here. Hey, hang on. I'm trying to get to this next thing here. 1 second. 1 second. It won't load. Okay, so this was sent to me again, which I follow their stuff anyway. So, and I was asked to review this. So here we go. In regards to Eric Gower. Well, here you go, guys. This is kind of interesting. And again, you guys know how Idaho 4 Reveal does their stuff. Okay. It's pretty interesting. I'll just say that. Go ahead.
I was going to ask you, didn't we cover a video like this before with Gower?
We've covered a couple Gower videos, yeah.
Okay.
So, 100%. And again, if we've seen this before, I don't remember seeing this one or going over this one. We've covered a couple different versions of Gower stuff. They use Adam whatchamacallit to be the guy acting like him. But this is a different one, considering. But still, it makes good points in it. It really does. For those of you that, for the person that asked me to review this, here you go. And guys, make sure that you have Willie's link for his show for tonight. And leave some comments about this. I'm seriously curious what you guys think of this. Okay, and pay attention to the time and stuff like that is what I'm pointing out to you. And again, I've always had issues with Gower. He's creepy to me and he's weird to me. So something's not right with him. I'm not saying he did something, but it's just odd.
It was Sunday morning, November 13th, 2022. Dylan Mortenson's phone inactivity between 2:13 a.m. and 3:51 a.m. gives us reason to question the time of 2:13 a.m., which was the time when Kaylee and Madison's private driver returned Dylan's 2:10 a.m. text, asking him if he was still driving. It's important to know that the time that it takes Eric Grower to reply to Dylan's text comes 13 or 14 minutes after he reportedly drops off Kaylee and Maddie at the King Road off-campus residence. According to his testimony given during his interview, the day after the murders, he had not yet left the neighborhood. We will play clips of his interview and synthesize this with other occurrences in order to make contextual sense of it all. Let's start with the significance of 2:13 a.m. 2:13 was the time Kaylee and Maddie's private driver, Eric Grower, pulled away from King Road before, while, or after he finished cleaning his rear seat before heading to his next customer. All this while being off the clock with his employer. It was at 1:45 a.m. when Kaylee texted Eric from the grub truck. At 1:49 a.m., Eric arrived at the grub truck. On November 14, the private driver estimated that he waited 2 to 3 minutes before Kaylee and Maddie entered his vehicle. So they left the grub truck between 1:51 or 1:52 a.m. Earlier in the interview, he said that it takes about 3 to 4 minutes to get to 1122 King. But when Sergeant Blaker asks him what time he thought he dropped them off, Grower struggles with the answer. When Blaker asks if he keeps record of his work, he says, not really. He then deflects by redirecting the subject from the time that he dropped the girls off to where he was headed next, which was to pick up some guy at John's Alley, who he texted at 2:13 a.m. to inform him that he was coming. He then changes the subject to his having to clean up his back seat after he pulled away from King Road due to the mess that Maddie left during the ride home. It is 2:13 a.m. Listen.
Did you pick anyone else up that night and drop them off in that area after Kaylee and Maddie?
I don't think so. I had rides out of that area. And
we'll be done after this, you guys. No worries.
Like I think I had some rides taking people back to there. I think that was before them, and there were girls. And then I picked up a couple from the house that's right there on the intersection of King Road, the kind of house there. And I took some people from there to campus, like Greek Row, I think. And then I had a request from there for it. That was and everything. But then they canceled, and then Kaylee texted me from Grub Truck. So
the question was, did you pick anyone else up that night and drop them off in that area after Kaylee and Maddie? To which Eric failed to answer. Instead of addressing Blaker's question, he tells us things that may have taken place before he dropped Kaylee and Maddie, so that we now need to know exactly when it was when Maddie and Kaylee were dropped off, and what did this look like?
I don't know if it's for sure the same person.
What time do you think you dropped them off at their place?
Probably like 1. Oh, hang on. Let's see here.
Do you keep track of that?
Not really, but I had a ride right after. I was going to go pick up a guy at the alley, and I texted him that I was headed his way at 2:13.
It is possible that the private driver, not Jack Katovich, we know this, but the private driver, Eric G., texted his reply to Dylan Mortensen first, and then texted some guy needing a ride who was waiting at John's Alley Bar, downtown Moscow. But why didn't Eric mention Dylan's text to Sergeant Blaker? But it doesn't end here. Eric feels the need to give us more information.
Do you keep track of that?
Not really, but I had a ride right after. I was going to go pick up a guy at the alley, and I texted him that I was headed his way at 2:13. I had Maddie spilled some Grub Truck on the back seat, so when I pulled out of King Street, I just pulled right next to those apartments and cleaned off the seat real quick before I headed that way.
Okay.
I'm thinking I probably texted him about the time I was either pulling out or was on Taylor there.
So not right after you dropped
not like
Kaylee and Maddie off.
Yeah, not like immediate, but I probably dropped him off around 1:55, 2, somewhere in there.
Now, Eric Grower begins explaining where he was at 2:13 and why he was still in the King Road area. At 2:13 a.m., Maddie didn't spill food on the back seat of his vehicle, but 2:13 a.m. was the time when Eric said he was cleaning his car before heading downtown to John's Alley to pick up a male customer. Did Dylan text Eric Grower to see if he was driving while arranging a ride for some male located at John's Alley Bar wanting to come back to the King Road area? If so, who might that person be needing a ride from downtown at 2:13 a.m.? Or was that text from Dylan to Eric a question to Eric, to which he replied in the affirmative? At the very least, maybe the text was sent as a way to establish an alibi for Eric, our private driver.
I'd say Kaylee was pretty normal. Maddie was definitely, like, she was a little tipsy, kind of struggling to stand and walk a little bit. And you can see that on the grub truck thing too. Yeah. And then as I was backing out of their driveway, because it's kind of tight there, but I typically kind of drag my feet a little bit as I'm backing out and make sure they make it up and everything okay. And yeah, they made it inside safe and sound and everything, nothing.
Can we trust the New York Post or any media outlet anymore? In the end, this is what you have to ask yourself, because according to the New York Post, Maddie and Kaylee's private driver, who we assume is Eric Grower, tells them that he never did pull into the driveway at 1122 King Road to drop off the girls, nor did he wait for them to enter the house. So, why is he telling Sergeant Blaker that he drove them home and waited while watching them enter a place of safety and soundness? On December 23rd, I guess there was no more of a reason to portray himself as the dutiful private driver. After all, somebody must have informed him that the police were eyeballing Brian Koberger. Now ask yourself once more, can we trust all that legacy media outlets tell us?
Today we will be examining the manipulation technique known as obfuscation. Obfuscation is the act of making something confusing or difficult to understand. People who use this technique will often use long scientific sounding words or jargon to confuse and bamboozle the audience. One useful benefit of this technique is that it can potentially bring an argument or debate to an early finish, usually from the boredom experienced by the listener.
Did you see anything weird in the area before you left?
Yeah, there was I'm trying to remember if that was last night or not. There was right as like you come up like you're heading to the Queens and you go turn right into their driveway. There's a car parked there and there's kind of a pile of stuff on the road, and one thing was a shoe, and I didn't pull in. I think that might have been Friday night.
Okay.
And because like, I won't pull in. I don't want to run over whoever's shoe. I think I was pulled in the driveway and backing out when they were walking up. Okay. So I don't think that was the same night.
Let's talk about the actual specific behaviors of deception. Psychological distancing takes place when a person substitutes words or phrases for something less severe. So instead of murder, they might say hurt. Instead of steal, they might say take. And they're also less likely to mention the name of the victim of the crime. So instead of Stephen, they might say him. With parents that are going out on the news saying our baby's missing, please help us find our baby, they use the name baby instead of their child's name. That's a major red flag. So that's also psychological distancing from the actual thing that happened. So like if I'm interviewing someone and they say, well, the night that Melissa left us, I was at the bar with my friends. Instead of the night that Melissa was killed, I was at the bar with my friend. If it's my friend or someone I know that was killed, I'm more than comfortable to say that someone murdered my friend because I want justice. So people who did not commit crimes are more comfortable using terms like murder, kill, steal, and all of the other ones.
Private driver Eric Gower begins answering Sergeant Blaker's question, "Do you regularly pick up from that house?" Then demonstrates a unique pattern of psychological distancing by first redirecting the focus to another house on King Street.
Do you regularly pick people up from that house?
Yeah, that house and like kind of at the top of King Street there on the left. Those are my two popular ones over there.
Who else have you driven from that house? Can you remember their name?
I was trying to remember when I was trying to text people, see if everyone was okay. I think there's another, that lives there maybe, or I've driven from there. I'm trying to remember where she goes. I only see her every once in a while. But I think it might be one of those other houses that's just towards King Street, like one of those two that's kind of like the steep driveway. Okay. But they have quite a few alumni that come through that I've driven in the past. Like there's one, her name's as well. She lives down in Boise now, and like it's always kind of a hodgepodge of people from that house versus like there's always the same like 2 or 3 girls. So okay.
Blaker asks Eric, who else have you driven from that house there? There are two main questions that Blaker repeatedly asks, and you want to know as well. Who else have you driven from that house? And what time did you drop off?
Yes, they use the actor, Adam, I can't think of his name, to play Gower and everything they do.
I was going to
Kaylee
say, I
and
thought he
Maddie
had reddish hair.
picking them up from the grub truck. To the former,
No, he has dark hair and glasses. He kind of looks like him a little bit, which is why I think they use him.
Eric avoids mentioning Dylan Mortensen. He fails to mention that she
Adam
texted
Scott,
him at
that's it.
2:10 a.m. that Sunday morning, which he replied to at 2:13 a.m. and 0 seconds. So why doesn't Eric mention Dylan or Dylan's 2:13 text?
Saturday. So she did text me Friday at 8:15, just asking if I was driving. I said I was, but then I never heard from him. So maybe that's a different night or different roommates or something. I can't. Okay.
Do you regularly pick people up from the house?
Yeah, that house and like kind of at the top of King Street there on the left. Those are my two popular ones over there.
Who else have you driven from that house? Can you remember their name?
I was trying to remember when I was trying to text people, see if everyone was okay. I think there's another, like that lives there maybe, or I've driven from there. I'm trying to remember where she goes. I only see her every once in a while. And but I think it might be in one of those other houses that's just towards King Street, like one of those two that's kind of like the steep driveway. Okay. But they have quite a few alumni that come through that I've driven in the past. Like there's one, her name's as well. She lives down in Boise now, and like it's always kind of a hodgepodge of people from that house versus like there's always the same like 2 or 3 girls. So okay.
We have just witnessed a statement that avoids answering the question truthfully and thoroughly. Instead, taking the listener's attention a couple of houses away from the crime scene, into the past, and then maneuvering it 5 hours away from the location where the crimes did occur. On November 18th, 2022, an Uber location request is the subject of MPD's Detective Lawrence Mowry's sequence number 26 and Mowry's sequence number 68, which include the following statements as fact. Mowry submitted an exigent preservation request for any location data associated with Eric Grower, Uber driver. Also, Olivia Kardashian. Goncalves Stevenson sent Mowry a screenshot depicting messages that appeared to be from Kaylee's phone between Kaylee and Grower. Mowry's report states that it is unknown if Grower was on duty when he collected Maddie and Kaylee from the grub truck. Most likely, this may be interpreted as a negative, perhaps suggesting that Grower was not on duty, but since then, the public has been furnished with this information. Uber records show that Grower's location was known and recorded until 1:15 a.m., at which time Grower goes off duty. Uber records confirm that Grower had been off duty as of 1:15 a.m. on Sunday, November 13, 2022. In his interview with Sergeant Dustin Blaker, just one day after the murders, Eric Grower tells Blaker that he was working.
No, this is Adam Scott they're using to portray Gower. He kind of does resemble him a little bit, not as much as they're making it seem, but it's kind of crazy.
And that Kaylee did not contact him via the Uber or Lyft apps,
Take care,
but instead
Thanks for
texted
being
him
here.
directly for rides to and from downtown Moscow.
So you were obviously working Saturday night, or were you just at home?
Yep, I was working.
Okay, so you're out. You have an app that they contact you through, or was she texting you directly?
She just texted me directly.
Okay. So Kaylee has your cell phone number?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Now, we've heard the interview with him, so we know all this stuff. They're trying to make a point with this.
Eric is sensitive to where he fits into the timeline. Remember, he does not keep record of his business. When pressed for detail about the time he picked up Kaylee and Maddie, Eric again redirects the conversation, as we have seen with Bethany in her interviews with Blaker and the Nevada State Police. Grower demonstrates how he redirects the focus with his response to Blaker's questions about time. Eric's first demonstration of time sensitivity comes when he tries to make it short and sweet, getting right to the point by telling Blaker that he dropped them off and then headed for another ride, which we will soon find out was not the case.
Said, hey, can you come pick me up and some friends from the grub truck? I got there at 1:49, and then they got in the car shortly thereafter, and I took them home. It's only a 3-4 minute drive, dropped them off, and then headed out to another ride.
In the next clip, very early on in his interview with Blaker, Eric again seeks an off-ramp from discussing the night before, when he took home Kaylee and Madison. Notice how at first, he begins with how he picked them up before offering the time that he arrived at the grub truck, and then corrects himself.
Okay, and who did you pick up? What time did you pick them up at?
I got to the grub truck at 1:49 a.m., and then their sister, I think it was, texted me last night, and kind of talking with her, went and found because grub truck live streams their stuff, went and found them on that.
What time do you think you dropped them off at their place?
You're welcome to table me.
Probably like one. Oh, hang on. Let's see here.
You keep track of that?
Not really, but I had a ride right after. I was going to go pick up a guy at the alley, and I texted him that I was headed his way at 2:13. I had Maddie spilled some grub truck on the back seat, so when I pulled out of King Street, I just pulled right next to those apartments and cleaned off the seat real quick before I headed that way.
Okay.
I'm thinking I probably texted him about the time I was either pulling out or was on Taylor there.
In the following audio clip from Eric Grower's interview with Dustin Blaker, you will hear Eric make the following statements. I probably dropped them off around 2 or 1:55 a.m. Probably. You will then hear him say, I texted him at 2:13 a.m. that I was headed his way. They would be there in a minute, but I don't remember 100% where I was. He did not give Dustin Blaker a time when he dropped off the girls, coupled with not knowing where he was. If he had to guess what time he dropped off Maddie and Kaylee, he would guess that it was 2-ish.
Legally, they have to keep records.
I probably dropped him off around 2, 1:55, 2, somewhere in there.
You said 2:13 is when you texted the other ones?
Yeah, I texted him at 2:13 that I was headed his way, be there in a minute. But I don't remember 100% where I was, but...
Okay. So you're guessing what time that you dropped him off?
2-ish.
It could be. Could be, Tiggy. Good to see you.
My resident said legally they have to keep records.
Another good point there, Angel. What did you say, Terry?
Legally, they have to keep records.
Not if they're off the clock, they don't.
I guess if they're off the clock, they don't. But
If he's running as a private driver, then he doesn't have to do any of that. Now, if you're working with
then is he Lyft? Because
Lyft or Uber, then yeah, they would keep those logs. But if he's off the clock from those two places, there's no records needed to be kept. That's sounds like he did that on purpose for some reason. So,
oh, this guy's creepy.
100%. There you go, guys. And for a couple people, actually, asked about that. But it is an interesting video for sure. They always put together something interesting. Again, Idaho 4 revealed is who put that out there. One of the mods, if you're still in here, I know I saw one or two maybe. Can we drop the link for Idaho 4 revealed? If not, don't worry about it. I can get it. Actually, here, I'll get it. Don't worry about it. I got it.
He couldn't have known Dylan because he thought Dylan was a man or a boy.
Or is that, well, see, here's the thing. Is that true, Terry, or is that just something he's saying?
I don't know.
That's my biggest issue with that. That statement alone, it's weird. If he's picked her up before, then he knows who she is, and I just wonder. That's all I'm saying. There's a link right there for Idaho 4 revealed.
He said he's picked 3 up. Do you think
yeah,
one of them?
Well, Lakeland McCombs was the first one. He took her to the bar with Maddie and Dylan, or I'm sorry, Jesus, now you got me saying Dylan, Maddie and Kaylee earlier in the night. And then he only picked up Maddie and Kaylee. Lakeland ended up leaving early, and she was the one that was at the house with Dylan watching Vampire Diaries, supposedly, before she went home. It's just weird. The whole thing is weird. Yeah, and Eric, that's what he's doing. Right. When he's logged out of Uber or Lyft, he's putting every dime from these drivers, from these people he's picking up in his pocket, if he charges them. But understanding was that he didn't charge for these 2 rides. So the dude's just creeper. He's a creeper. He's weird. Something's wrong with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hello?
Sorry, my dog is just having a field day in the background. That's why I got to keep myself muted.
Oh.
That's going to do it today, you guys. Make sure you guys leave me some comments about today's show. Thoughts, feelings, opinions, theories, whatever it is. I try to watch and respond to them all. Thank you to Terry and Hemi for joining me. As always, I appreciate your input, your questions, your thoughts, feelings, and opinions. And I will be... what was I going to say? I will be live with Devil's Advocates again tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. My understanding is that Willie's going live either 6:30 or 7. So I would go check out that one until whatever. And I think Lana and Pav are live now. I'm not sure. I'm going to go check that out too if they are. But I appreciate you guys. Thank you to... Who do I have any mods in here still? I guess Ro. And that's it. I see Ro. Meg was in here a little bit ago. Thank you to you guys. I appreciate you very much. And we'll see you guys very soon. I hope you guys have a great rest of your night. If I don't see you later, I will see you tomorrow.
Thanks
have
for
a great
having
one.
us up.
Take care, Terry. Thank you too.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Take care. Don't forget, folks, to love yourselves and love each other. Don't change the things, because you guys are the beautiful peeps, and I'll see you very soon. Bye-bye, everybody.
The coffee's cold, the final stain. We laid the map out in the pouring rain. No hidden corners left to creep. The dark truth woke while the city was asleep. The evidence lines up straight and true. A perfect picture of what they chose to do. The quiet street erupts in flashing light. A reckoning delivered in the cafe's empty, closed for the night. We put the darkness back into the light. We'll wipe the counter, set the empty chair, and wait right here for the next secret laid bare until the